It's day one, draw one of the 2023 USA Curling U21 National Championship from the storied Broomstones Curling Club in Wayland, Massachusetts. I'm Dean Gemmel, and I'm joined for this afternoon's feature game by four-time junior national champion and silver medalist at the Men's National Championship this past February, Ben Richardson. And Ben, you played a lot in junior nationals and you won a lot in junior nationals. What was your mindset going into the opening game of this event?
Yeah, hi, Dean. Going into this first game at a national championship, you kind of have to be like a sponge in a lot of ways. You kind of have to be ready for anything and ready to absorb any information that the ice gives you. You know, these teams have played in the pre-event practice, and the ice was a certain way for that. But very often I found that the first draw, the ice would be just a little bit different. And then every game going forward, the ice would change a little bit. So you just kind of go into this with an open mind, stay confident that you prepared the way that you prepared and you're ready to go. So you just got to go in with an open mind, figure out the ice as quickly as possible, and just be ready to play a good game.
All right, well, so I'm going to ask you about your record in opening games. But first, let's take a look at the Junior National Championships men's teams here. Zachary Brenden skips a team. Evan Carlson, Nicholas Cinzali, Connor Graybow, Mason Gunsel, Caden Habert, Caden Rose, and Wes Wendling round out this 8-team field. These teams have qualified through qualifying bonspiels this year. Here's the matchups for the first draw. Caden Habert versus Caden Rose. It's a battle of the Cadens over on sheet 1. Zachary Brenden versus Evan Carlson. That's the feature game we'll be showing here. Wes Wendling versus Nicholas Cinzali. That's on sheet 3. Cinzali, a local team. He's out of Cape Cod. East Coast-based team. Mason Gunsel versus Connor Graybow over on sheet 4. So that's the lineups today, Ben. And how many of these players do you actually know? You're relatively recently out of juniors. Do you know many of the players in this field?
Yeah, I know some of the players out there. I don't know as many as I did when I played in juniors myself, but I know a couple of the kids on the Gensel team. I coach 2 of them for they're going to be making a run at the Youth Olympics, so I'm very familiar with them. Some of these players I did play in juniors. The Wendling team specifically, I've played against Wes multiple times, and I even played with Kevin Tuma when we went to the World Juniors in 2020, and Krasnoyarski was our 5th player, so I'm very familiar with him.
So Wendling, a young team, when you were playing, now one of the veteran teams and probably one of the favorites going into it. We're ready to get started here in our feature game on sheet 2, Brenden versus Carlson. This will be the Team Brenden lead, Kyan Ponzio, opening things up here.
Probably back.
It's got a curl.
8.
It's got a curl. Where? Where? Yep. Whoa.
Looks like they're trying to throw this first one in the house. I like this call in the first game of a national championship, running up the stones. I mean, it obviously depends on what the other team will do here, but hitting all the stones in the first end isn't a bad idea, just to get your legs underneath you and get the first game nerves a little bit under control.
Yeah, 100% agree with you there that it's a good opening way to start, but a little deeper than he was hoping, but doesn't really matter too much. This is Team Carlson lead. William Mountfield. Carlson, this team qualified for this event at the Junior Qualifier Bonspiel in Raleigh-Durham at the Triangle Curling Club.
Let's go normal.
Hits and rolls to the wing. Might be a fairly open first end. It looks like both teams are open to exchanging hits. So we'll see how things unfold here. Did you ever play at Broomstones at a Junior Nationals, Ben?
I never did. I watched the 2013 Junior Nationals. That was like the first year that I started to curl a little bit competitively, so I watched some of the games, but I didn't play in my first Nationals until 2015 in North Dakota, Devil's Lake.
Ponzio flares that a little bit, knew it as he let it go. So he flashes the hits, and now Carlson will guard that, play the corner here.
Yeah. 4.
Good call. Long way to
I'm
go
only
to
in-
start
Wait, are you
splitting the
counting your
rings
shirt as a
here.
wear?
So
Are you counting your shirt? Sorry.
Yeah, and with that really nice roll that he
But
made
those
on his
jackets
first one,
hold in
it's
the heat when you got
a
sweatshirt
good
on
rock
too,
to
so,
guard
like,
because you keep the
I just got the
house open
sweatshirt, bro.
there on the corner guard. So even if the other team, if Brenden decides to hit that one and say that they roll towards the center or roll out, they can still use this corner guard later in the end and keep it fairly open.
I didn't.
this is Evan Dauernheim for Team Carlson. Actually, I'm sorry, it's Mountfield. It's lead second Stones.
You got all?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like normal
Overcurls
then.
just a little bit,
Okay.
but like I said, it's still a very usable corner guard.
Now, Shell Olmondson, the second on Team Brenden, play this intern hit. It looks pretty much wide open as that rock overcurled. As you noted,
Yep.
the inside out intern.
Whoa. Yep.
I always think one of the
Yep.
more
Good
difficult
sweep. Good
shots
throw.
for right-handed players. But executed there.
Yeah. You just missed wide. No, you just were sliding that way the whole way. That's okay.
So Carlson
Good
will
throw,
look for
Chuck.
hack weight from his second Dauernheim.
Yeah, nose is good here, but if they can get a little roll under the corner guard, that would be great. Forces Team Brenden to try to chase the stone. And like you said, those inside out hits, definitely a little bit tricky, especially in the first game. You don't know exactly what it's going to do coming off the center line.
Carlson tries to carve it over a little bit. Doesn't get the roll under, but removes the stone.
This is okay. That's also good.
Yeah, it's a good shot. Main thing
go
there is
normal
just
again.
trying to stick
All right.
around.
Just noticed Peters and Mountfield really hustled down the sheet after that shot. Did you notice that, Ben?
Yep.
Not on the monitors,
Yep.
but when I looked out here,
Whoa,
they hustled
whoa,
to get
whoa.
back.
Push. Straight.
Not
You know,
sure.
some of these teams
Oh,
might
push,
be playing
push,
with
push.
time clocks for the first time, so
Exactly.
not a bad
Whoa.
idea to try to bank some
My bad.
time
I called
and
that wrong.
My bad.
make sure
Good
you
throw,
have
good
plenty
sweep.
of time at the end of the game,
My
because
bad.
you can play the whole season without time clocks and
Those are
get
two
used
good
to
shots.
playing at a certain pace, and then get to an event like this and get to those later ends and be like, oh crap,
That
we
really
only
just
have a
took
certain
off.
amount of time and we got to hurry up. So
That's okay.
I would assume that might be
I don't
some very good
All right.
coaching,
I don't wanna say
telling the team
stupid, you
to
know.
play
I got a
quickly and
mic
with
right now.
pace.
Olmonston hits and rolls wide. Carlson elects to ignore it. He'll play around the corner guard.
Yeah, I like this call. You threw the corner guard for a reason, and you can come around it and be shot.
Sorry.
Looks like this one is getting pretty close to the guard, though.
Hold on. Thank you.
Probably going to chisel off and split into the rings.
Nice that they rolled the shooter on, though. It is shot.
Not the
Just a slight roll in.
Does give Brenden a chance, though, to
It's
hit
normal.
roll and sit two. Try to get their force.
This will be the first for Brenden, third. Owen Nelson.
Normal.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
Push. Straight.
It's so hard to hear.
Good throw.
Here, one of the
Good
players
switch. That on.
commenting about it being
The
hard to hear.
acoustics.
That's something that my team had to get used to a lot over the years, because you'll travel around to different clubs and sometimes the acoustics can be very echoey, and with a lot of teams out there it can be really, really hard to hear. So it sometimes can be a good idea to come up with some team systems like hand signals, or if you're the inside sweeper and you're trying to hold it straight, it can be a good idea for that outside sweeper just to kind of be a cheerleader and basically yell in the sweeper's ear what the skip is calling. So that might be something that these teams are going to have to get used to in this event. They might have to
Ever like
create
this?
some team systems on the fly.
Well, and we can't really see the
like
ceiling
this.
here, but it's a soaring
Or you can just rip the
soaring
guard.
facility here at Broomstones. High ceilings, beautiful
Try to get the
wood
roll in.
ceiling, which probably does absorb the sound better than most. But
What do you like?
but it's certainly got some space out there and some hard surfaces for sounds to
normal.
bounce off.
Yeah, you often find the clubs that have more carpet. Sometimes clubs will hang carpet from the ceiling to absorb the sound. And that'll help the players be able to hear their own team a little bit better.
Yep.
Carlson fairly conservative here, is trying to peel this corner guard.
Hard, so hard. Okay, off, push.
Maybe roll in, does not want to
Or
do
not.
that.
Unfortunately, jams on the back there.
So Nelson jams that.
You just came tight on. Hey,
The
Chell, is
inside
that
out
a-
intern that I talk
Chell,
about.
is
Yeah.
that a square
Easy to
drop?
get that one started.
Square
Yeah, I
drop?
think so.
Not sure where Carlson asked for this. I was looking down, but
I think they're trying to throw just top 12 right in front of their stone, create some distance
I like
between the
doing
two.
that, though,
So
because
if Brenden tries to throw the double,
then you-
it'll
if you
be
miss-
as
if
tough
you
as
miss
possible.
the draw, they're just trying to
of course
put
they
their-
could also use that corner guard as well, or draw open on the other side.
I kind of just messed it up. It's okay.
Need this in the rings, but I'm sure this means that Brenden will take a run at that double.
How's it going?
Just nose, just off nose.
Yeah, not a bad spot there.
8-5.
They're sitting two. That's the important part, but does give Brenden a chance to make the double. Looks pretty close to nose to make it.
So this
Could
will be,
even, if he under curls just a little bit, he could make the double and roll under the corner, which would be a nice bonus.
so this will be Zach Brendan's first here in the opening end at the 2023 USA Curling Junior Nationals. He's looking for a nose hit double.
Just off nose is good too.
We're not getting firm.
Yeah.
This team out of North Dakota, coached by Roger Smith.
Firm.
Brenden, first rock, opening end.
Yep.
Very smooth looking slide, square
Hard.
shoulders. It's
Whoa.
close, really close.
And makes it easily.
go.
That's a good way to start your
Good
junior
nice.
nationals.
Yeah,
Straight double.
What's up, guys?
not a bad first shot of the competition.
Ooh, that was close.
That'll get your confidence up.
Now Evan Carlson will make his way down to the hock to throw his first
I
shot
thought I
of
missed
this
that hand.
opening end.
I thought I missed that hand.
Blank still in play, of course, here.
Might just be possible to roll under the corner and get a piece of the rings, but I'm sure they'd be happy just to roll away and take their blank here.
Carlson in-turn hit. They're on it early.
So I just like start calling out all the people I think are watching.
Okay, just try to roll
Just
in.
biting the ring, so that's a good shot.
Like,
It's like normal on this
Thanks.
one.
Forces
my
Brenden
mom.
to roll into the
dad.
rings. He can't nose
Try to
it.
get the roll in.
Yeah, has to roll on to make the blank a little bit more difficult.
A little more on. Yeah. Just gonna go normal.
all right.
Try to roll in.
Yeah.
Try to roll it in. Yeah. Slight roll. Try to get it in. Make a hit. If we don't roll it in, that's fine. Just normal.
Ah, normal up.
It's got to curl. Push. Push.
A little bit early, trying to carve this one.
Gotta roll. Ah,
It's like might have
my bad.
thrown that a little full. The generous way of saying wide, but
Just I was
hits
a
and
little
rolls out. Now Carlson has a straightforward
Pull up.
blank here.
heavy. Yeah, I thought so.
Maybe throwing this
Was that
through.
wrong?
Hard burner.
Yeah.
This is one of those shots, especially in the first game. You can learn a little bit what this spot is going to do. You know, later in the week when you have a feel for what the ice is going to do, might be a little more mindless throwing this shot, but I'm sure they'll kind of use this shot to get a little bit of information.
Not a lot of rotation on that stone. Might not give them a lot of information. But there you go. That's the first end down. Carlson blanks. So we'll be back. Score 0-0 after one end. We'll be back. Brenden versus Carlson. Opening game
Not a terrible
2023
one.
USA Curling Junior
I
Nationals.
like throwing the three up here.
Back here with second end action at the 2023 USA Curling Junior National Championships. Is your curling club website clunky and unworkable? Are you tired of your club relying on social media because your website just does not work for your members? Well, the curling management software your club has been waiting for is here. Check out Warm Room Hero at curling.club today. So we're back here, second end. Brenden asks his lead kind Ponzio. I think he asked him to put a guard up, but this looks like it's slipping to the back of the rings. Or maybe right through. Ponzio not happy with himself after that. Carlson will look for a corner guard here. William Mountfield lead for Team Carlson. We'll try to put up a corner guard. Looks like it has some curling to do. We've got USA Curling head ice tech Sean Olson is here. Daniel Ostheimer is the head ice tech here at Broomstones Curling Club. Terrific ice maker, so we can expect to have a really good surface all week. Greg Eisenhower is also here. He's a ice maker at the Country Club in Brooklyn, the ice tech at the Country Club in Brookline, Massachusetts. So I expect to see really good conditions all week.
Yeah, I've had the privilege of playing on Sean's ice a lot this year and in years previous. It's always been very consistent.
Where?
A lot of curl and quick.
It's got a curl.
Really fun conditions to play under.
It's really got a curl. Hard. Hard to curl.
Trying to make this one curl to the center line.
Just on.
Inching closer.
Hard to center.
Don't know if it'll quite land in no tick zone area.
Maybe a little less. Good throw. Good sweep, guys.
Carlson will put up a corner guard here. Could also come around that guard.
I got a 420.
So both leads struggling with weight on their first. Ponzio adjusts. Now we'll see if William Mountfield can adjust here. Rock looks like it might have a bit of pace. It looks as though it will slip into the rings.
See that soft handle, it's curling quite a bit, so they're running out of room, but it does manage to stick around. It's in a good spot.
Tough to put it there, actually. Yeah, the ice has Sean textured the stones in advance of this event, so we can expect a lot of curl, and certainly some players will have to adjust. You need to throw a lot of rotation. When was the first time you curled on ice that demanded, championship ice that demanded a lot of rotation, Ben?
Oh boy, probably 2014, 2013. I went up to Canada for the U18 Optimist competition.
Oh yeah.
That was back when it was joint Canada and U.S. teams for that U18
I just didn't want to get too
competition, and the ice was always very good there. That's why we would make the trip up,
Good throw.
which was really nice for me because at that point I'd only been curling for a year or two, so I got the chance to play on championship level ice very early on.
I think it got caught on my belt.
And yeah, had to up the rotation for sure. Something that you might not be used to going into a competition like this. Especially the first game after the rocks are scratched, you're going to see a lot of extra curl, and typically shot by shot and game by game, it'll just get a little bit straighter. So by the, say, the third or fourth game, you won't see it curled as drastically, but still got to make sure you stay positive and have a fair amount of rotation otherwise.
Dauernheim hits and rolls out.
Right here.
Brenden now with an opportunity to go behind that guard just off the center line.
All right.
And not a lot of offense here to start, but a chance here to come around the guard and force Carlson to make a tough shot to either chase it or freeze, depending on where this goes. Looks like this one might be a little bit heavy. They're not touching it yet.
Has some pace
Mine was
and
really
needs
good,
to
Joe.
curl.
It's okay.
Looks like
all
the
good.
line will get there. Just a matter of
I'd
letting it
Three,
stop.
four?
Slides all the way through.
Slip through. We'll see if Carlson now elects to use
Might
that
have
guard. I thought he
maybe
might
a little
earlier.
bit.
He
I
is
thought it was
now.
pretty good.
5-3, 5, no, 4-3,
Yeah.
4-3.
He'll ask his
That's okay.
second, Evan
That was like
Dauernheim,
our
to
first draw we've thrown.
play this
but
out-turn draw.
It's all
Yeah, I
right.
like this call. Could decide just to peel the guard if you wanted to blank the end again, but going for a little
All right,
offense.
yeah, you got it.
Try to get a couple points this end.
I don't think he does either.
This one has a lot of curling to do.
Maybe my mic caught it. Who knows?
Seeing a lot of players throw it heavy this end. Another thing that I've noticed playing in curling clubs is often the speed will be different depending if you're going away from the glass or coming to the glass.
I've got to put my
And if I had to
glove on.
guess,
Okay.
I'd say the speed is a little bit faster coming to the glass. Also could be just because of the second end, the speed is picking up a little bit more, catching the teams off guard just a little bit.
Yeah, some clubs it's quite dramatic. The Brantford Curling Club, I don't know
good.
if you ever played there, but it was
maybe a bit up.
you had to know it was a full second
It's
each
gotta
way.
curl. It's gotta
different
curl.
speed.
It's your rock. Whoa.
Yeah, I've certainly noticed
It's
that a
push
lot in
only.
Canadian curling clubs that I've
Oh,
gone
it's all
to.
there.
It seems to be
yeah.
It's all there.
fairly dramatic.
Weight looks closer here, but still has some curling to do.
He'll stick though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Looks like that might have just
Hung on
be
at
biting in the back.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell from here, but
Mine was good.
might just be in the rings.
Carlson will try to come around again.
It's okay.
Yeah, regardless if that's in or
How'd you throw?
not, Carlson
Magic
can
it there.
use that as a
You
bit
said
of
it
a
was an
jam
end
rock,
first
so if
one,
Brenden
so-
tries to chase this one, if they make it good around the guard,
It's fine. Just make the next one.
they have to
You
be
got it.
careful not to jam.
Carlson third, Ben Peters here. Another one that the Brushers haven't done anything with so far.
Really bad, but no one's getting down there.
Yeah.
Looks like we'll get behind cover, be a little deeper than they would have liked, but it is behind cover.
It's like 4-4.
Brenden will ask his third. Owen Nelson
90.
4,
I think
follow
90.
that rock down. Would love to be in front of the tee line behind the guard.
okay, like T-line.
Mine's good.
Ah, 70.
Where?
70 is what I heard as a split time there. Back line to Hogg, which
Same
seems like
weight,
it's probably a little
And- whoa,
speedy
whoa.
or spicy.
Oh, no, it's not. It's heavier than last.
A lot of body English out here. That's the old. You ever tried that one? The squat for to make a rock slow down, Ben. It seems it seems popular with this team.
I'll have to give that a try.
But you don't have to use it too much, though.
90.
4-3.
Peters trying this out turn, come around again. Needs to take 6 to 8 feet off it. Maybe use the brushers a little bit here.
You just got to give it to the
Yeah,
sweep.
big opportunity here. Really want to make sure that this stays above the tee line
You
if
gotta give
possible.
those to the sweepers.
Otherwise, it'll give Brenden an out to freeze too. Sweeper's still not touching this one.
Does look
Staying
closer.
close, though.
Looks like they could finish it a little bit.
Might just peek out the other side.
Close if it just digs in a bit.
I think I got enough on this.
Not a bad spot there. Just manages to stay on the tee line.
Hard work.
So about right
So
here.
I don't think Brenden would
Just
have
gonna
liked
go
to freeze
firm.
this. They're just, since
Yeah.
it popped
Sorry,
out the
Dad.
other side, they're going to try to hit it. And
Gotta
they can. It probably curls enough that they could
come at it a bit fat on
roll
the
behind the
left,
center.
so-
Or you can make the double.
Now I heard Brenden say that he's going to throw this firm.
Firm,
Yeah,
normal?
just
Okay.
firm.
Sounds like they're going to elect to play the double then. Roll out to the wing.
Has to get really buzz the guard, I think, with firm. But
All right.
Yeah, to make the double and roll, you would have to squeak by that guard. So I would imagine they're trying to play on
Double
the
and roll to the
outside.
wing.
Yeah, but we'll see.
Firm!
Yep.
Watch it.
Yep. Yep.
Like a bit of a soft
Yep.
release, so should get a lot of
Hard.
curl on this.
They get it by.
Ooh,
They
just
get
by the
it
guard.
Well, he stuffs it, but it's not a bad result.
Yeah, that's good.
I just
Yeah,
stood
good
tight
leave
on it,
there
right?
with the rock. It's not a
tight.
simple
was
shot
kind of a bad
to
release,
get
too.
rid of that and avoid the jam.
It wasn't a
Opportunity
great
is for
release
Carlson, though, to hit and roll open.
Yeah.
either. Yeah.
Lie two.
Well,
No.
he was
No, it was
tight.
kind of a bad.
He
It was a
hit
soft
bit
release
outside.
kind of too. So I think it took off right at my hand. Yeah. Yeah, that would have been a rip if we hit the guard. Yeah.
I heard Zach talking there about his release was just a little bit soft, so they saw a little bit extra curl. Something you got to be careful with curly ice like this. If you soft the rock even just a little bit, you'll see a dramatic difference in how the rock curls.
Evan Carlson with his first in the second end, trying to hit and roll to lie two. Rushers are on it early.
I wonder if it picks up whispers.
Now they're playing the inside roll, I think.
Whoa, just get by the guard.
Now, can they get enough? It's actually might be. I'm not sure. Perhaps that is how he called it.
That's
Not
okay
exactly
too. If we hit
sure.
that. Yeah, I like just this.
Good
I
shot
think you come
regardless.
this way at it, honestly.
Definitely
Should we
the
just
harder
put
of the
it-
rolls, but
should we just put it
they
in?
made it look easy.
And if we do that,
Harder
that's
the
fine.
rolls and harder to avoid the jam
Yeah,
that
I
way,
think
but they
double
did both.
Because it's freezing on the inside here.
Firm.
Kind of cuts off.
Really thin.
the
Is it
Nice
thin?
shot.
Is it thin?
Brendan still has a
Yeah, it's really thin.
hit and roll here. If they
Just
can
firm.
roll right in front of that other yellow, it's going to be really tough for Carlson to get any kind of deuce. They
That
would
also
still
leaves them
potentially
one
have a
point,
blank or just
As long as he makes it
a shot to get their one.
Just firm.
Yep.
Try to play the double. It's really thin.
Sounds like they're going to go for the double here, though.
Yeah, they talked about the roll, which at this point
No,
in the
because
game,
if I miss the double, we try to hit
probably
roll
the
under
better
and
call.
That's the
I'm
bad
not
call.
sure, but
Okay.
or
the
I'm
threes
not
could give up
sure
three.
I'm ever 100%
Wrong,
right
give
on
up three.
anything curling wise, but yeah, the double's pretty thin.
Yeah, it's whatever the skip's feeling. I mean, either way, they have a plan B.
Yep. Yep.
Nice solid
Yep.
square delivery.
Yep. Hard.
That
Whoa,
was Zach
whoa.
Brenden.
Whoa!
Now they might end up with the roll.
Yes, yes. Roll it, roll it.
Sort of got caught in
so bad.
between. Gets almost edge to edge, but not quite.
Ah. It's not good.
Shoulders. They're feeling it.
So this is Evan Carlson now with his last shot of the second end, opportunity to hit and score two. Grab a 2-0 lead in this opening game, opening draw of the 2023 USA Curling Junior Nationals. Out-turn hit for two on the way. Looks pretty good. Carved it early and now holding it straight, so that'll be two for Carlson. And they will take a 2-0 lead into the third end. We'll be right back with more action from the 2023 USA Curling Junior Nationals at Broomstones in Wayland, Massachusetts. We're back, 2023 USA Curling Junior National Championships. Wayland, Massachusetts. It's 2-0 for Carlson over Brenden here. Opening draw. We'll have opening ceremonies after this draw tonight and before the women's draw that gets underway at 7:30. This is Carlson lead William Mountfield. Rock might slip deep as well. Perhaps both of these young teams struggling
trying the
to
corner.
find with
Might as well.
what might be faster ice than they're used to at their home club.
Yeah, that's another adjustment that I had to make a lot going into these championships. I would play at clubs and practice, and often it would be, you know, if you're throwing at this championship like a 390, when I would be practicing, I'd be throwing more like 370s to get to T-line. So it's definitely a big adjustment.
Line's tight.
Well, and part of that
It's
is
only
just that
straight.
No, it's
we
good.
have,
Where?
you know,
It's
we have
only
Dan
ever
and his
straight.
crew and
It's only ever
Sean,
trout.
and they scrape
only ever
between
trout.
every draw and
Only
they
if you
scrape
can. Whoa,
between
whoa,
after
whoa.
every practice and the pre-event practices, so the ice is groomed more than you might find in a
Did you get a time?
typical club setting.
That'll work.
Did you get a time?
Looks like corner guard goes up from Ponzio.
Okay.
Yeah, nice shot there. It's nice and tight. The ice curls plenty, so they shouldn't have a problem getting around that if they get a draw.
Yeah, in fact, it's not very useful on ice that curls this much if it's too high. Mountfield with his second. Looks like this has a bit of speed again.
You see
Starting
there,
to dig in.
Peters is using a hand signal there to call the weight, which I really love to see. Seems like they're adjusting to their conditions, being hard to hear out there. You gotta get creative sometimes.
Corner guard.
Slips
It's in, but I just like this.
into the rings, but as you heard, Brendan's going to elect to ignore it.
I like an 8-5.
Zach Brenden used the corner guard he put up with his leads first.
Yeah, he put the corner guard up for a reason, so you might as well use it.
Okay, line's pretty good.
I got the same thing.
Got the same. Ball. Straight.
Calling about the same,
good.
so since
Where?
this is the second
Whoa.
rock down the
Where?
path, it should be close for
then.
the draw.
Should be close. They didn't touch the first one
Straight,
at all
straight,
as brushers, so now can they get by that
Straight,
guard?
straight, straight, straight.
Just rub it, but
Hey,
it
push,
may
push,
not
push.
be bad with the slight rub.
Hard.
It's actually a pretty nice
Hey,
rub
that's
there because
fine.
it took a little bit of the weight off. I don't know if that would have stuck around.
Sorry,
Took a little
just
weight
missed the ball.
off. It might have not slipped through.
Good pair out. Good pair.
It
guys.
actually got pretty much fully buried despite the rub. It continued to curl past it.
And manages to stay for shot. Good result.
Now Dauernheim try to choke off the corner guard.
Calling hack weight here, so want to curl this so that it gets onto that back redstone. Which it looks like it will get at least a piece.
Sorry.
Just
Enough
enough to
move
kill
it
it.
just out into the coffin corner.
Sorry. Same thing.
All right.
Zach Brenden will try to bury again.
What do we like for time? All right.
Yeah, different player throwing this one, but they should know what the path does. Skip should know where to
A
put the
little
broom,
wide,
so
not bad.
imagine they'd be close with this
Where?
one. Saying it's a
Where?
little heavy though.
Okay.
Shell Olmondson.
It's only Cayenne. Okay. Oh shoot. Well. Yeah, you. No, it's not true. Oh, actually. Jeez. If I would have known it was true, I'd have played the tick.
A lot of back and forth about the weight there, Ben. Fun to hear junior curlers
Okay,
sometimes
Well, you said it was T.
before
so I
they're
wasn't
jaded.
Yeah, I think Brenden was kicking himself just a little bit that he didn't call the line to get the tick, but I mean that can be a really hard plan B to call, especially in the first game. You don't know
I don't think the tick was there. Carlson's going to peel out this corner guard with Dauernheim second. Trying to carve it over. It looks like it will make it.
Nice shot.
Peel of the corner guard made.
Just like this.
Yeah, it's a good call because Brenden
Just normal.
clearly wanted to come around that corner guard. So with a 2-point lead, just get rid of it.
Brenden now thinking he may as well work towards the blank here in the third end. Take the hammer into the fourth end. And not a whole lot underway for him here.
Line's good. Straight, straight, straight. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, push.
You want to roll here.
Push.
Knows it.
Hard.
See Carlson come
That
around
was a
it.
good throw, just never moved.
That's an okay miss.
Yeah, a successful peel.
One
Was
time.
thinking they might hang around for the corner guard. Now we'll see.
Good.
Carlson's actually going to go to the wing a little bit. You'd see a lot of players here
We just need to make
in
the
this
throw.
position. Go top
Really?
four
Good to hear.
or go guard. What would you like here, Ben? Would you put up a centerline guard to see if Zach Brenden really wants to peel this end out?
Yeah, I think I like that. Being up 2, it's not a huge lead, so no reason to not put up a center guard, but anywhere in the house here is fine. If you're throwing to the wing, main thing is just making sure you're not
Oh, shoot.
light and give
Didn't
them a
mean for
corner
that.
guard to use, but they're not. They come in.
Do you ever hate the freeze? Okay.
I have never seen a junior team, Ben, that doesn't like a freeze.
They certainly like the freezes, that's for sure.
Under all conditions, even when facing the possibility of giving up 5. Well, sometimes when you face that, that's all you have. But a lot of freezing in junior curling. So a bit of a
That's
shift,
okay.
but with that rock slipping behind the tee line,
Straight to
Brenden
go.
sees an opportunity to maybe freeze and start to build something here.
Where? Take a look.
They're thinking it's light here.
Yep.
Doesn't
Yep,
look
hard all the way.
terrible from my angle up
Hard all the way,
here.
you
Looks
got
like
it.
they're carrying it pretty
Hard,
far
you got
here.
it, you got it, hard.
I think
Hard
they're
all the
going to
way.
be close.
Hard, head down. One sweeper past C, hard, just kind,
Looks
kind,
just
kind,
real
kind.
close to
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
perfect, actually.
Whoa.
Great shot.
Well
Pretty good.
done.
Bump your head there, man.
Call the
Overswept that
freeze,
one.
make the freeze.
Overswept that just a
Yeah,
hair.
it's not bad if you make it.
15-1.
Did oversweep it just a fraction,
They called that a 2.
so there is room there to split this rock out.
I don't think they're used to.
You got to pick it clean if you want to keep your yellow in the back. Not an easy shot to make.
You got one more?
They're calling the curl now.
Gonna play it over the top of it now. Springs their back rock, but certainly not a bad result.
Yeah, and
Does
just
it
manages to
leave?
bite.
Leaves a little biter over there.
No, it's still.
Tricky little stone.
Brenden just froze before.
I think you just play this.
I think now they're looking at it as
Normal.
time to move towards the blank.
Yeah, they're kind of switching up their end plan this end quite a bit, going from aggressive to conservative and back and forth.
So far hasn't caused them any harm, so Nelson with the outturn hit.
Oh.
Normal up.
Push.
That inside-out path.
Straight,
Should see a lot of curl
straight.
here.
Straight.
They were on it
There it
early to
goes.
make it carve over, and now they're going to hit and stick. Well
Good
done.
throw.
Nice shot.
Good sweep,
Hits and
guys.
sticks out on the wing. Carlson will have to deal with that stone.
Good throw.
It's all right. We get hammered.
Looks as though Carlson's going to play it with the intern, straighter side.
On the freezes, they just gotta. The second sweeper's just gotta take a look.
This is one of those spots on the sheet that hasn't seen a lot of rocks go up and down, so you might want to throw this
They-
just a little bit
They get off
harder,
that top
a little
12,
bit more
it'll-
firm
it's
weight,
fine.
just to
I mean,
take
it
the
probably
curl out of
goes
it a
over
little
'cause
bit.
you were a little in, but
Yeah, always a good idea early. You get out to the
I'd rather
wing.
just be off. I'd rather it be off.
On it early.
No separation than separation.
It's a little tight. Are they going to get a piece? It looks like they won't. So that rock hanging around on the 12-foot now comes into play.
Like a 4-0. Yeah, is that what you think?
Yeah, big chance here for Brenden to
15-0
split the rings.
will get it there easy.
Make it really difficult for Carlson to create a force.
Like most of us, we like to play.
Draw.
I usually like to play those kind of shots outside in on the little straighter side, but it might have been a time to consider
think, like
the
a
inside
4-0?
out path since it had just been thrown. But
Yeah, 4-0.
might not have been a question of the ice.
I got 4-0 for all.
Not really sure.
Well, yeah, you
For the
hammered that
freeze?
easy. Yeah.
So
So just take a
I
look.
like 4-0.
I like 4-0.
So they're saying 4-0 for a split time from back line to hog. What does that translate to? About 15 hog to hog, Ben?
I got 95.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say around like a
All you.
14-5
14-5, yeah.
usually.
Yep. It's dying a bit.
Well, where?
It's great
where?
speed.
Oh, 3.
That's like my ideal hog to hog would be anywhere between a 14-5 and a 15. So it seems like the ice is in great condition.
They're on this early, and did they overcook it?
Guys, you gotta take a look. You gotta take a look.
Frustration among the players there.
It looked like it was dying, but
You've probably never swept one through though, right, Ben?
No, never.
Never, yeah.
No, I've never misjudged a rock.
I said take a look.
Never have.
sorry, bad.
Does Danny Casper have a death glare when you do that?
Oh yeah.
I played with someone that had a good death glare when you do that, but
I think the mic picked
Actually, I was
that one
gonna
up.
take it.
happens for sure to everybody.
They should have been taking more looks.
Yeah. As
Carlson.
a sweeper, you can get a good scolding from your skip if you do something like that.
Blanket.
It's never a good feeling.
Carlson now going with the out turn here. He's got a curl here. Is it going to curl enough? He's got enough for a piece. We'll hit and roll out.
Yeah, just
Expect Brenden now to
I'm just gonna go like control, see what it does.
put the broom down there and see what happens with control.
I had my head down the whole time. I thought you said.
Sweeper's still discussing that sweeping mistake, but trying to figure it out. Not bad to stay curious and keep wondering why you make mistakes. Always a good thing to do.
Yeah, important though to have a short memory and just let it go. Focus on the next shot.
Oh no, I prefer to dwell for multiple ends, Ben, when I make mistakes on the curling ice.
You know, it's hard not to sometimes.
Brenden throwing this with control. Himself a little better look at what this stone will do here. So that will be a blank here in the third end. That means the score stays 2-0 after 3 ends. We'll head to the fourth end with Carlson carrying a 2-0 lead over Zach Brenden and his
Well,
North Dakota
we
rink.
threw it faster than we wanted.
Twin Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
Fourth end action, 2023 USA Curling Junior National Championships. It's the opening draw on the men's side. Women get underway after the opening ceremonies later this evening. Our feature game here between Zach Brenden and Team Carlson. Skipped by Evan Carlson. So Carlson puts up the guard just off center line, and it looks like Brenden will use that rock and ask his lead. Kyan Ponzio, throw an in-turn, come around.
It's got to curl. It's got to curl. Got to curl. Where?
Sounds like it has some room here. Will start to move.
Hard.
Line might be better than they think if they can get it there.
Okay. Off.
Comes up
Okay,
short.
that's fine. Good try.
Behind the guard. Now Carlson will try to sink his own stone.
Yeah, good chance here. Wrap one around double centers. Get a good setup early in the end.
Sorry.
Give you some audio updates from other sheets. Wendling jumped out to a quick 5-0 lead over Senzali. Gensel is trailing Grabow by a score of 2-1. They're playing the third end. And it looks as though Hebert is up 2-0 over the Young Rose team out of the Denver Curling Club. Playing the third end. We'll be at the Denver Curling Club. USA Curling will be next week for the Mixed Fours Nationals. Looking forward to that event. Have you ever played mixed, Ben?
I have. Yeah, I played 1 year in 2019. It's actually one of the few national championships that I skipped at, which was a nice change of pace. Playing second pretty much all
That's
my life.
good.
Who was your team in that?
Top 4, guys. Where?
It was me, Jenna Bercheski,
Okay.
John Harstad,
Okay,
and
we got a
Allison
curl.
Howell.
Got to curl.
Oh, pretty solid
Hard,
lineup. And how
gotta
do you guys
curl.
do at the Mixed Fours?
Really got to curl.
We lost a tiebreaker
Just
to
curl, just
the
curl.
eventual champions, Hunter Clausen's team.
Hunter Clausen, yeah, that's true. That was Hunter won that with who was playing with him?
Yeah.
His brother.
That'll work.
Yep, Eli was playing,
It was
and
just gonna be back,
I know
so I
Sydney
wanted to make
Mullaney
sure
was
Sydney
on the
Mullaney.
team.
And
I needed curl, and I didn't want to just back for it. It was
escapes
gonna
me
be a
right
problem
now,
anyways.
but I will get it. We'll ask our crack
All right.
research team right behind us. But I can't believe I'm forgetting it. Jenna will come up. We'll probably know. Yeah, Mixed Fours, 12-team field this year, 2 pools of 6. Much like the Club Nationals, where it's 12 teams per gender. And one of the nice things, we have 4 sheets at the Denver Curling Club. We're going to use all of them and have a little bit more free time in the draw for the banquet midway through.
Just peel.
Nice freeze there from Team Carlson.
Which side do you like?
It is behind the tee line, but
This one?
not a bad spot when you don't have
Go
hammer.
firm.
Behind the tee line, and nonetheless, Brenden is going to rip a guard here.
Yeah, I don't mind this
I don't know,
call.
I
It's
think
not
you
looking great. Double centers and a rock back 4-foot, so
Agreed.
might be time to bail here.
Wow.
Ben, did you also get
Yep. Yep.
Was
Yep.
my time just bad?
Yep.
On its
Hard. Hard, 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 hard.
Yeah.
Roll it, roll it.
Okay.
Okay, good
not
shot.
bad if they leave
Yeah.
the corner over there, but take that one almost right out.
Well, that
Difficult corner to use.
That'll work.
you need
I think you can use it, to be quite frank.
Unless you can imagine somehow stretching the circles. But with that, though,
Could have been just a bit heavier.
certainly come around again here.
Yeah, I like that. Especially with that rock being back 4-foot, I think you want to place another one, preferably top
The
4-foot.
shot was still made.
Yep.
And then if Team Brenden decides to peel again, then you just keep guarding for the rest of the end.
Looks like they're sweeping for line and weight here. Be nice to get a little bit around that guard. Now,
Line
how
looks
close
great.
are they?
Just a little bit light, but it's the pro side miss
Right here.
there.
There's an opportunity now for a double peel for Brenden.
Yeah, might even if you hit it thin enough, you might be able to get the one in the house too, although it might jam on the back red, but it would be nice to make some noise back there.
I don't know what's going on anymore. That was a 4:15.
Push. Hard, 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 hard.
We'll ask Olmanson to take on this double peel. Looks like he might be hitting it too thin.
Oh. It's okay. So
That leaves the Carlson stone.
It's all right.
Shoot.
It was close.
Actually nudged that top one in just a little further, so it's for sure biting now.
Carlson considered the guard, but now playing this come around. I like this.
Yeah, I like it too.
Did you say it was
It's
wide?
plenty of curl, so won't have a problem getting to the right spot. And especially with a 2-point lead, probably don't want too many guards in play. That'll help the team that's behind on the scoreboard. This one might be slipping a little bit deep though.
This ice is
It will slip through.
right. That's a tripping hazard. That red one.
Now I would think it might be time for Brenden to try to
You know, I like this.
manufacture something, but he's going to hit and roll on.
This control.
I like this call a lot. It kind of kills two birds with one stone. You clear up the center, but you also leave a shooter in the rings. And suddenly Carlson has to be careful with the rocks that he's hitting.
He ignores it, and it's yellow stone belonging to Carlson. Starts to feel pretty lonely.
Yep. Control. Yep. Yep.
In-turn hit, trying to roll to the wing
Yep.
here.
Hard. Control. Hard.
It's curling quite a bit. Might catch the back yellow.
Okay.
There's a lot of stones. Removes
Just tight.
his other stone. Leaves the guard.
You wanted me to take the split?
Yeah, not ideal. They do move that back yellow off the center line a bit, which does help, but gives Team Carlson a chance to come around here. Might see Team Brenden try to make the run back with their next one.
So Carlson's going to guard shot stone. Yes, his third Ben Peters to throw that.
Looks like this is going to over curl to guard the yellow, but will end up as a center.
Somewhat staggered guards here though now, and
What? Power speed?
Yeah, kind of decision time here for Brenden.
Yelling numbers. Sweeping. How yelling numbers?
Could switch gears and draw around if he wanted to.
I kind of liked it this way.
Not a bad call, just to hit this rock and keep the blank alive.
he elects to play the more conservative
What the hell?
approach here. Hit over the wing, force Carlson to make a decision on that stone.
My second favorite thing.
Yeah, still plenty of time left in the game. It's 10 ends, so no need to rush.
Yep.
This is Team Brenden third, Owen Nelson. Owen Nelson
Oh, push. Straight.
might hit and roll under now, or does he hit it too thin for that?
My bad. I was wrong. Good throw.
Good accountability here out of Zach Brenden.
Oops.
Yeah.
That's the other thing about playing in this club is the rocks are so active.
My bad.
I feel like a lot of other clubs, if you hit that rock in the exact same spot, you're probably rolling under the guards.
A few feet versus right out of the rings.
Yeah.
I think it's going to take a lot of these teams off guard that they're going to roll as far as they do.
Good
Which can be
striking
great.
bands.
Yeah, very lively striking bands, which can be really nice if you're trying to make, say, a double peel. Don't even have to throw it as hard.
Evan Carlson, his first here in the fourth end. He's got a 2-0 lead in his team.
It's okay though. I'll just throw good draws.
He also has a long way to curl. And needs to slow. And open the door here for a skips deuce.
Say it's about right there.
Yeah, both teams just not quite adjusting to the speed of this ice this game.
Maybe a little less even. Yeah. just a drop.
Certainly can't afford to be aggressive here, I think, with the ice. Really try to bury it.
Like a 4?
You never know. Someone could have forced me to be here.
Yeah, not the end of the world if you show a little piece and kind of tempt Carlson into chasing it.
Or did they?
But I'd say the main thing with the shot is trying to keep it above the tee line so you don't give Carlson that out, give them a freeze on the button. Definitely want to give it to his sweepers here.
4-0.
Zach
Yeah,
Brenden.
it's all you guys.
Watch it.
Should be good.
Heard them say a 4-0 for the split.
4-0 split. Will it?
I think it's
Kind of clean.
curl.
Curl?
Oh,
Have a lot of good discussion, but
Wow, that is quick.
if that was truly a 4-0, that's a quick sheet of ice here right now. Both teams struggling to adjust it a little bit, to adjust to it.
Yeah, it's been a positive.
Yeah, to see a 4-0 go all the way through the rings, you don't see that very often.
I did hear the brusher say that he added, but it looked like his regular ad to me, so.
Perfect.
well,
Come on. Come on.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see what the hog-to-hog times are so far. Wouldn't be surprised if we're getting up into like 15-5 territory.
Evan Carlson, his last stone, fourth end. Trying to bury behind those slightly staggered guards.
Sweepers are saying it's heavy, but it's a little bit tight, so they're going to try to get by.
Hard, Evan.
Might need the rub to stay in the rings.
Did he push that red stone in? No, not quite.
I have no
Better than
idea.
nothing.
Regardless, we got
Looks like the weight on that would have been really close.
If we're in.
If we're in,
Yeah, they were not too concerned with wrecking until they did.
Watching us.
What? No. I know. I thought. I thought
It was hyperbole.
maybe we.
Chance for
it's
another
actually the
blank
way-
here,
way,
but slightly harder shot than the last end.
Women's teams in the locker room.
Just-
Locker room.
Brenden, last shot, fourth end, looking for a blank. Trying to hold last rock into the fifth end. Trailing 2-0.
Firm.
Yep. Ah.
So they're close to nose here. So it'll be a score of 1 for Brenden. He's disappointed in himself, but make the score 2-1. Carlson over Brenden after 4 ends of play. We'll be right back at the 2023 USA Curling Junior Nationals in just a moment.
It's not terrible, I guess.
The everyday person may not aspire to be a professional athlete or an Olympic athlete. You may just want to be the best person you can be. You just may want to sleep better. You may want to feel better. Thorne has many products that can support all of those things. So it's not just about performing or running faster or jumping higher. It's those little things that go into having a higher quality of life.
I saw the Thorne products come up there. Ben, you're a fitness guy, a trainer, I think, in part too. Do you do personal training a little bit?
Yeah, I did. I did last year. I was a trainer at an Anytime Fitness, which was a lot of fun. It was I've been training myself a lot over the years, but it was a nice chance to see the other perspective and train other people.
This is a good time for you to mention how much you like the Thorne products and recommend them to all USA Curling members. They're available on our website at deeply discounted prices, Ben.
Yes, Thorne has been a big part of my fitness journey. Been using their products for a long time.
That sounded actually genuine. So I think we haven't even made this up. Yeah, they are great products, and they are available at discounted prices through USA Curling. Centerline guard goes up. Evan Carlson asks his lead, William Mountfield, for a corner guard. Mountfield's corner guard sliding maybe just into the rings.
We'd like
Sticks around. It's a good
Nice
shot.
pass after that. Jeez,
Trying to get it out, but I think it may have just stuck around.
Does stick around at the back. Nagging stone there for Brenden.
Choosing to ignore it though and just come around their center.
9-5-90.
Which one was gold?
So Brendan's team, Team Brenden, talking about their split time. They're saying it's a 95-90, 395, 390. We'll see how close that is.
Mine's okay.
Looks like we got an answer
Yeah, it's
to
gonna
the
happen.
third player on that mixed team with Hunter Clausen. It was Catherine Goranova.
Yes.
Really gotta curl.
Thank you out
Yeah,
there
you
in
can go.
YouTube
Yes.
world.
Hard.
That was gonna drive me crazy, so thank you.
Yes, me too. So that rock, Ben, was
Okay, well.
14-9,
Okay.
hog to hog.
It's all right,
It
though.
died a
Good
little
pair.
bit. A lot of bit. It died a lot of bit.
There's a good expression. It died a lot of bit.
It's
I
like,
don't think I've heard that one
Ben,
before.
be ready to
Died a little bit, then a lot of bit.
it's our bad.
Makes sense.
Gets edge to edge.
No one's bad.
Mountfield will try to play this hit on it.
Trying to curl it. It's a soft handle though, so it should get close.
Should really carve at the end here. When does your team like to start on a carve? Talk a lot about break point these days.
Okay. Gotta take
So
it.
if you want to carve, say, a board weight hit, how patient are you before you
Well, how
start
lately
that
worked?
process?
Yeah, we usually try to wait until we see the break point to carve. I've noticed, you know, the World Championships are going on right now, and I've noticed teams will try to carve it right away as soon as the player lets go. My thought with that is you have to be pretty confident that they're for sure wide if you carve it that early. Whereas if you wait until the breaking point, it gives you a chance to watch the line a bit longer and and make sure that you're confident with that carve call. But
There's
Really
also
gotta
another
go
theory
hard.
that when you start too
Hard,
early,
really
you
gotta go.
actually delay the break
Hard all the
point
way.
because you're sweeping it, so
Hard.
it's going further.
Babe. Just really down.
All
Another
right.
reason why some teams like
All right,
to
though.
wait for that break point.
Ah, shoot.
Good sweeping.
yeah, I don't know the science behind it, but I wouldn't be surprised if that actually might hurt your cause rather than help it.
That's the feeling of some who are more scientifically inclined than myself, but it does make sense to me.
I'll let Luke figure that out. He's the science guy on our team,
Pull back. So I think
the
I'm
engineer.
like pulling back a little bit when I'm trying to.
I'm the music
We're not.
major,
We're not.
so that's
the
not
musician isn't going to be the one to figure that out. Although they say
No.
musicians have science-like brains, Ben. So Dauernheim trying this peel here. Looks like he got it started. He's going to stick around close to the center line. Now
There goes your guard.
Get this one.
Brenden is going to
It's normal.
play this hit. We saw this in the second end. This path.
I'd be tempted here just to come around that center guard.
Does look appealing.
You might get a chance to come around it later in the end. If
Yep,
you get
yep,
it right.
yep, yep.
Second shell
Yep.
Olmsson.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Yep, 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 yep.
This looks good here.
Roll it, roll
Hit.
it, roll it.
How
Whoa,
far
whoa, whoa,
will
whoa.
he roll?
Ah,
Is it going to stick around? There's those lively rocks you're talking
Jeez.
about. Spins back in.
Good throw, that's my bad.
Well, way down that sheet, I thought they were just going to roll to
Yeah, it's in
with the 8-foot. And all of a sudden, it's almost
Yeah.
rolling out of the rings.
It did roll a long way. Opportunity here now for Carlson to use that center line guard.
All right, those are fine.
And he'll ask his third, Ben Peters, to do just that.
All right, you got it.
So you guys got
For his second,
my
I guess.
ears, 'cause I can't hear anything.
I was thinking that,
Second,
like,
Dauernheim will throw his second stone to the end.
That one's for you, USA Career. Like, we want earpieces. Just kidding.
Bump 4.
Sweepers think it's top 4. Line looks pretty good. How far can they carry it now? Settles into top 8. Pretty good shot, fully buried, touching the 8-foot.
Come around.
Yeah, it's a good
Example
spot.
here now, by rolling out, now Brenden is forced to make a tougher come around after playing a pretty tough hit.
Yeah, that yellow rock in the top 12 is just high enough that they can use it as a guard itself. They can bury a good one here, even if it's back 4. And generate some offense that way.
Oh, Wade looks good.
Close T.
Okay, just T.
I'm thinking T.
Oh, whoa.
You're back 4.
It's got a curl.
Sweepers are saying it's T back
Looks
4.
all there.
Or T out of hand, then back 4.
Oh.
Also
oh.
heard a you're wrong, so we
Little
got
bit
the whole
disagreement.
gamut of team communication there.
It'll stick around.
Good judge,
This
guys.
stuff's just slipping so far back.
Hey,
Despite all the debate, it settles in at the back. They did sweep
Just
it
heavy.
appropriately. Didn't really lay a brush to
Go
it.
0.1 lighter than the time they give you at least.
bop, bop, bop.
Well, the time they
Sometimes
gave me
I've
last
found
time was
when
to the house,
one
so-
sweeper disagrees with the other, then it usually means it's pretty close.
What'd you throw?
One sweeper's saying it's heavy, the other says it's light, then what do you know, the weight's perfect.
Peters trying to come around
Well,
again.
I got 14-3, so it was really heavy. Okay, yep.
Rex has some curling to do.
Water break. Water break.
Will it settle in for second shot?
That's out now.
It does not.
Same thing.
8-6, I think.
So
No, 8-2. So like
Brenden will ask his third Nelson to
8-5.
play the come around
9-0.
again.
4-0. Okay.
Yeah, a bit of a wall being created back there now.
We can sleep.
Could be some future jam dangers to look out for.
First one in here certainly has the advantage.
Mine's
About
good.
the same.
Where?
You gave extra on your release.
Oh, same weight.
It's really got a curl.
It's your rock always. Can't really touch.
Okay,
But Ben gave it extra.
Can't touch.
don't touch.
They don't want to touch it. It's got a lot of weight. Judging from how much it's curled, it does seem like it's a little bit heavy.
Did you really just say
Might leave
wah,
it double.
That
Okay,
video's funny.
good judge, guys.
That rock will settle in 4-shot stone, I think, for the moment. Just
Kinda
maybe
was-
shot stone, Ben.
How many annoying noises
They rock
you
came
can
kind of
say
far
on
over
the
sheet, so I didn't get the hog time.
come and
So
take it
Carlson
away.
is going to try to chase that one.
Yeah.
Hit it on the
I wonder if the
nose. The only
commentators
problem there
find
is it
it,
still
or
leaves it
do it
behind the
by
tee line,
themselves.
so you might see Brenden draw in there again.
Might have got
Can you
this
hear us?
started a
You can
little
hear
bit.
us.
I threw
Wave.
a 4 and through, so I need
Certainly
to.
flirting with the
Didn't
guard.
wave.
Can they get by it?
Dang it.
By the guard, but how about the one in the top 12? They'll chisel off that.
They're trying not to show that they can hear us.
They'll
It doesn't
save their
really count.
shooter.
Oh, they're opening the vending machines.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
Hearing players
Yep.
talking about
Just
restocking
normal.
the vending machine, Ben, so
If all your money's not in the swear jar by the end of the tournament,
Keeping their head in the
hey,
game.
you can use
Yep.
there.
or having fun, I'm not
Yeah,
sure, but
Probably like $1.50, $2.
Nosing's okay too.
Wah, wah.
so Brenden lies
we're
one
gonna
in the
try
back
to
of the
hit
8
roll under.
foot.
If we
Alright.
nose
No, he
it,
doesn't
that's okay.
actually. I'm sorry. He lies second shot in the back of the
Oh,
8 foot.
confirm normal.
Just normal.
Chance here to hit and sit too, though.
He'll be hitting shot stone to lie 2.
Be really nice to get a roll here right behind that center guard. Actually, chance to sit 3, I think.
Yes. Thank you for the correction.
Normal.
Yep, 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 yep. Yep.
I got
Hard.
Going hard on this one, trying to
On
keep
it
it straight.
early. This is where Rock's curled. He had a hit. There was a hit here that curled before. It might get the thin double.
Oh no, unlucky to go
My
through
bad.
He will lie too.
Good sweep.
You hit it.
Is that down?
A little bit.
Okay. Just down and in.
Down and in is usually that's the
Alright.
result you get.
I wanted to stick that at least.
What?
Okay. Luckily, those are out.
Looks like they're deciding to draw here rather than hit
Yeah.
that back red, which I like.
What'd you get for
'Cause even
hard?
if you hit it, like I said earlier, you still give
thinking like
Team
here,
Brendan a
Russ.
chance to draw to back
Well,
and
even if we caught a little more.
really
we got
take
that.
away the end for Team Carlson. So beat them in there first, get a good one,
just
top
looked
4, and
Really good.
gives Team Brendan a harder shot.
I thought I was a
After a
little
week of
down.
this?
Not terribly. Yeah, probably 10.
Never happening again.
Yeah.
Hard in front of the subs.
Okay, sweep it straight.
So how many are we sitting right now in the house? Do you know? Because
Uno, I think.
Yeah,
A bit heavy again, though.
it's about right here.
all you families.
Big
I gotta
opportunity
throw like a
for
4-2 almost.
One.
for
I gotta
Zach
throw
to
like
put
a
a good
4-2.
one, top 4.
It's like
Brendan
a
lies
15-2.
too has an opportunity to bury one here.
You know, we just talk about rocks
And throwing rocks.
and throwing
Okay,
rocks.
4-1-5 probably.
4-1-5.
I mean, if my 4 O's are through,
Yeah, I think. Well. Yeah.
I'd rather just touch the 8 foot and we're sitting 2.
Just touch 8. Okay.
touch 8 and we're sitting 2. 4-1. 4-1.
4-1. Four, 1, 5.
Okay, then go.
4-2.
Well, take a look, but
Look up for me.
it's got to be
I
there.
think it looks good. Looks good.
Yes, it's got to be there.
Yeah. Get in there. Come on, 8 foot. 8 foot.
Working this rock hard.
20.
Very enthusiastic
Oh,
line calling there.
really good sweep,
But it
guys.
pays
Well
off.
swept.
There you go.
Swept. A good spot.
Exact. I got exactly 4-1-5.
Let's go. Hey, they got a
Sometimes you just
4-1-5.
gotta let your sweepers know that you really need that shot to be made. So gotta find that next gear.
No, it's fine.
So Brendan lies too. Carlson goes down to throw his last rock.
4-1-5 is that much
There's
later.
Sticker on your thingy.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
front end reds. This is
Last
red
rock
mic.
of the end here.
Yellow mic.
Yeah, a bit
Needs
of a
to
tough
touch
shot.
the 4
It's the
foot.
same path. Well, I mean, it's
The number one mic.
different.
That ice, it looks like they might
I know.
be
Pretty much same line.
I give it
hitting
speeds
that
right
top
now.
red
Just
and
going
rolling
down
in for
different
shot.
direction.
Hard to tell.
What should my speech be about?
Be the more difficult shot, I think.
Yeah. Might just be playing the straight draw though. Looks like it's wide
The
enough.
curling stone. I like the rolling stone.
Draw
of the
sweepers
curling-
in this
Ah, I
spot.
think
All
it's
you
fine.
need to think about is putting it on the T line.
National Geographic
Let the line take care of itself.
13-8.
narration. As you see, the wild curlers are throwing the stone down.
Hard, hard, hard. Roll it, roll it, roll it.
Bounce
Roll it.
off.
Okay. No, it's fine.
Looks as though it'll be a score of 1 for Brendan. That will tie the score 2-2. And it's time for the 5th end break, brought to you by Warm Room Hero, the intuitive curling club software that takes the stress
fifth
out
end
of
break.
schedules, registrations, and
5th end break,
more.
guys.
A lot of clubs do struggle with software platforms to make their
Zach.
club run efficiently. Warm Room Hero is the platform built for curlers by curlers. Check out Warm Room Hero at
Finally made a draw.
curling.club today.
Finally made a draw.
We'll be back with the 6th end after the teams regroup, and we do as well. Let's say you're in high school and there's a sport you like, but sometimes you think, you know, it might be cool to try a new sport.
Twin Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
We're back. 2023 USA Curling Junior National Championship. It's Zach Brenden against Evan Carlson. Two teams battling here. It's a 2-2 tie after 5 ends. You know, and we just saw the floor curl kits promotion up. We do have the old date up there, so that offer is available to anyone out there who wants to take advantage of that. Our good partners at Rock Solid Productions, who produce the floor curl kits, have a special promotion on for USA Curling member clubs. Great product to use to take the sport out from the club and introduce people to it outside of your venue. So that's a good opportunity. We're here with Curling Stadium, as we were at the Mixed Doubles Nationals and the Men's and Women's Nationals in Denver. Really happy to be working with Curling Stadium. We get the feature games, and all other games are available with static cameras on our YouTube channel. You don't even have to listen to Ben and I on those other channels. You can, on those other feeds, you can just watch the game with static cameras. So those are available, full coverage. Our team here at Curling Stadium is also in a lot of curling clubs. You can get Curling Stadium set up in your club to stream games. I know when we were in Kalamazoo at the mixed doubles, that club has Curling Stadium as part of their club operation. The nice thing, Ben, is if you have a problem with Curling Stadium setup, you can call the guy sitting behind us, John Benton, to get after it. So good thing for clubs to consider. I know there's a lot of streaming options out there, but Curling Stadium making good headway on this, and it's been good to have their team covering our events. As some people have probably heard me say on town halls, we would like to, as an organization, stream as many championships as our resources allow. So hopefully one day we're streaming even more. We have Curling Stadium lined up to do, well, they did men's and women's and mixed doubles nationals. We're doing the junior men's and junior women's nationals here. When we were at the club nationals in Wausau, we didn't have Curling Stadium, but we were fortunate enough to have Wausau set up a group to stream some games, not every game, but some games. Feature game each draw. Steve O'Keefe did a nice job in the mic for that for us, so we appreciate that. We're about to get underway here. Sixth end action. Brenden versus Carlson. This is the Team Brenden lead. Ponzio.
Seen a lot of rocks slip deep this game, and especially in this sixth end after the fresh mop. Usually that means that the ice will be even a little bit quicker than it was during the first 5 ends. Just something to be really conscious of as a lead player. Almost across the board in every championship, you'll see the ice be quicker in that sixth end. And even the top players, I've been watching the World Championships lately, you'll see a lot of the top leads in the world still slip in that first rock when they're trying to throw a guard. So it happens at all levels.
Yeah, the broom, I guess, brings up the ice a little bit somehow. I know sometimes you will see at major championships, they'll run the mop the whole time during a break to try to keep it a certain way, but it definitely does add speed and requires an adjustment. Hits and sticks. So sixth end action, it's 2-2. Carlson with last rock. After Brenden steals in the fifth end, it looks like now Brenden will ask his lead kind Ponzio to play a hit here. Did you ever play lead, Ben?
I did, yeah. When I first started playing at junior nationals, I played lead my first year. I played with Nick Connolly at skip, Kent Suslovich at third, and Kyle Lorvik at second, and I played lead.
And it's a miss there from Ponzio. So now Carlson's going to guard that stone, I believe.
I think he was motioning top 12 right in front of it. Try to sit 2.
Danger, of course, would be making a double available to Team Carlson, or Team Brenden, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'd be tempted here to just split the rings, create as much distance as possible between the 2 rocks, and if Brenden does end up making a double, then that's okay. You still get your blank.
Well, it looks like a double's available there.
Yeah, a little bit tricky. You have to hit that left rock a little bit thin to make the double, so.
Yeah, it's a harder double than it looks, right?
Yeah, it's kind of a
see these.
bit of a tricky spot. But definitely there.
Thing is, you can play it to almost miss the one you need to hit thin. Probably hit the other one.
Yep.
With how lively these rocks are, you could probably hit that center line rock first and still make the double.
Exactly.
Hard. Hard, you got it.
This looks
Hard.
close.
Hard, 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 hard.
There
Wow,
it is,
great
double
shot.
made.
Sorry, I kind of flipped it in. But
Oh, you're good.
Crazy how far that
Good
rock
soup,
rolled.
kind.
It really did.
It was
That's
good,
a.
Joe.
Those are lively club stones. I'll say that. We don't have our USA curling stones at this event, but the Broomstone
that's
stones
fine.
are pretty great.
Yeah, everything I'm seeing seems like the rocks are.
That rock looked like it would have rolled to sheet 4.
okay.
This is
Say
Evan Dauernheim.
there's only one team with points, right?
We have Corey Dropkin here, Broomstones
Say there's
product.
one team with points.
Certainly someone you know from
And
playing
they just go to
against, I
all
believe,
the
Ben, quite a bit.
qualifiers and
He's here to throw the
There's only
opening
one
stone
team
out.
that qualifies for nationals, they automatically win.
Yep, played against Corey a lot this season. Great curler, someone I've looked up to for a while.
Right here.
He's a Broomstones product. They have a really thriving junior program here at Broomstones. It's one I often tell clubs who are interested in developing their own junior program to reach out to and talk to.
Oh, this is kind of heavy.
Other Broomstones curlers we'll see
Where?
during the opening ceremony tonight. Alex Leichter has had success
all
in
you.
nationals. He was a mixed
Oh,
doubles silver
it's all you.
medalist and a bronze medalist in the U.S. men's. Elizabeth Cousins, she's been a bronze winner at women's nationals and silver medalist.
Yeah, you can go. Yeah.
Chase Sinnott, a
Whoa.
two-time juniors
Whoa.
bronze medalist, a two-time U.S. men's bronze medalist, and he's coaching here this week. Chase,
Good
your
job.
teammate right now.
Good judge.
Oops.
Yep.
My bad, Zach.
Actually, he's a U.S. silver medalist. We need
Yeah, I
to
figured.
fix this here, since this year you guys
Dude,
lost
I'm
the
freezing.
final.
That was perfect.
My
Team
bad.
Schuster.
Go in for
Jenna
the break.
Bercheski is here. She's a two-time junior nationals champion.
Blair, I'm not kicking out that.
2013 junior nationals champion Connor Hogue is here. And Corey Dropkin. So just a few of the
Good end. Good shot, Mike.
competitors
Well done.
who we see in national events who developed as curlers at this club. I think I spoke to Scott Price earlier this year. I believe they have had as many as 90 junior curlers in the program here.
That's very impressive. I've always known Broomstones was a great place for juniors to curl. A lot of talent coming
Just
out
like
of this club
this.
for sure.
Yeah, they build lifetime
There you go,
curlers as well
control.
here. They have a lot of kids who go through the program.
Yeah, I like control.
Still curling and enjoying the sport. It's a lifetime sport. And they do a number of things that are interesting. They have a mentoring program. They have the older kids as they develop lead instruction. So a lot of good pieces here.
Yeah,
How's
I
weight?
love that. I
Yep,
love that
yep,
setup
yep.
for a junior program.
Yeah. Hard. Yeah, keep going.
This is
Hard.
Olmanson. This rock's over curling.
Oh boy.
And you heard Brendan say, oh boy.
Hitting your head.
I think that's one you call suboptimal,
Really down,
I
Owen.
guess.
And then you started her.
Yeah, that would be the
Yeah.
words I would use.
Started it.
Pinky on the inside.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely wanted to at
Opportunity
least
now
feel
for
that guard.
Carlson to come around again.
Wow.
Wonder if
What?
Yeah, if Team Carlson can freeze right on the nose of that yellow,
okay, I think right hand
even if it
forward. Seems like
overcurls
most
a
people
little
should
bit
left hand
directly
forward.
under
think I
that
need
red
that
guard,
now.
that would be a great setup for them.
Yeah, I feel like this. Yeah, that's what I feel about like left hand, right?
Just
I just feel like I have no stability.
if they do bounce off, they probably
But it
need to take it
probably-
as deep as they can.
Help. I don't know.
Don't think it rolled quite far enough. There should be a double here for
Just
Brenden.
here.
Double and at worst, a really good roll.
It's normal.
Hit and roll. Hit
Yeah,
and
if you, even if you make the roll, it'll be a tough chase for Carlson.
Brenden puts the broom down.
I had 4-2-2.
For his third, Owen Nelson.
Yep. Yep.
Firm.
Yep. Hard. 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 Whoa.
Come
Whoa.
on,
Whoa.
Ty.
Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Real close to real good.
Beautiful.
Oh, that was perfect.
And certainly some enthusiasm in that reaction, Ben.
Oh yeah,
You need a
teammates love that
positive
one.
teammate or two, don't you?
Oh yeah, you got to celebrate
yelling
the
at you.
small victories.
Pop that.
Don't fall,
Who's been your
Kyan.
most positive
This is gonna
teammate?
hit him with it, but I didn't. He's like that.
Oh,
those are so
boy.
hard to know what he's gonna do.
You're like, I have none. I've never
Yeah,
had
I've-
teammates
I've-
that positive.
Yeah, I've never played with any positive
you do good.
players.
Good sleep.
My whole team this year has been great cheerleaders for me.
Yeah, your team with Danny Cosper, good chemistry it seems like as an outside observer.
Yeah, we've been lucky to have
Well, probably
a lot of
jam.
chemistry early as our
Well,
team.
I think I
You know,
might be able to get
first
all of
year
it,
playing
but
with Danny,
It's like hack weight if you go.
but we've really gelled well, and we have a lot of fun
Yeah, I actually
on
don't
and
mind
off
that.
the ice. I think that's
I like
been
this. Yeah.
key to our success.
I don't feel confident in that shot, anyways. And I mean, if it's here,
Listen in here.
it's got to throw the double. So it's like, yeah, because I mean, we just got to block.
I
the
wish we
forward.
had like a headset so we could just hear what Zach's saying.
Brendan considered playing the hit on the rock. He could probably only see half it from the hack, but has elected to play
Yeah.
tight guard. Certainly one thought would be to freeze another one on top here.
Block the board for
Another
that.
opportunity.
Guard. Yeah, I could do the hit, but I'd have to come like hack.
shots
and-
of no
Oh, that's so much, Owen.
Hit, guard, or the freeze. What do you like here,
That's
Ben?
probably pretty good.
I don't mind the guard call here. I would say the miss would be to come a little deep, like you
4-3.
said, and freeze your own if you're
Yeah.
in front of it.
I mean, it's
Anywhere
guard,
really,
so-
from tight guard to top 8, top 4. I think that's a really good spot.
Freeze would bring a possibility of maybe stealing
This-
more than
like
one into play.
D-line.
T. Can't really touch.
Yeah, the guards and the rocks are set up to the side here, so I think Carlson most likely will always have an open draw
It's going.
for his one, but it might be against one or
No,
two.
hey. Just don't touch it. Never touch.
Now they're gonna freeze. Don't want to bounce at all. Well, there's the freeze.
My bad.
You're
Great
good.
weight, just didn't
That was way
quite
heavy.
curl enough.
Quick curl enough though. I don't know if there's
Oh,
a double available though. That looks like
My bad. I just.
Yeah, double
Well,
is
yeah,
really
that's the
tough,
only
but
call,
if you
'cause I
can just
screwed that up.
hit the right side of that just slightly, stay right in front of it,
You know, we should really just start singing into the
all of a sudden Brenden
Yeah.
has
Karaoke.
got to be careful to not give up
Ah,
3 points.
just not good. I slid out.
Evan Carlson, his first shot,
Like, this is so
sixth
heavy, and
end.
It was a 4-1-5.
2-2
Honestly, I
game.
never heard it. Like, I could've
Carlson
gave
with
it
last
less.
rock. Close. Now they're trying to work it over. Hit spills perhaps a little further than he would have liked.
Yeah, it would have been nice to curl that just
Maybe get, it'll probably do a
a
little
couple
bit of that.
inches more so it stays right in front of the red.
I like guys here. Normal. Normal.
Zach still has to be careful here to not leave a double to allow the 2 points. I think best result here would be to roll directly under that red guard, sit 2.
Yeah, maybe a Christmas tree of sorts. Show a little bit of the rock that's in the forefoot. Corner frozen on it would be a great result.
Yeah, show like half a rock, this shooter, and the one that's in the forefoot would be ideal.
Brenden, his last shot, 6th end. Looking for a hit, and a small roll.
Push. Push.
This rock has some curling to do. They don't want
Hard. This is not pushing it up.
Gets a little unfortunate there
I guess that works.
with tickling it over and leaving it
not what I
directly
meant to do.
behind the guard.
Yeah, not the call there, but it worked out pretty well.
See what
popped that at the
Carlson
end.
is thinking about here.
Because I thought I was sliding narrow. I accidentally popped it.
So Carlson going to call a timeout here. He's going to bring out his coach, Ryan
We
Dower.
have all the time in the world to figure this stuff out. I know.
Consultation, I think. To me, Ben, it looks like he really has the 4-foot draw. Could maybe try to dig that one out for 2. Those are the 2 options. We'll hear what his coach has to say when he comes out. See if we can pick up Brian on the mics.
I don't think I didn't mean to.
Get through the hole, right? It's like back line, and you're gonna have to play it super tight to that guard. I'll take it back. Do you think it's worth it? Yeah, I think. Yeah. You're gonna. I would like to not have that. Like the way that things are going, I want. 23 minutes. No. Like it's up to you. Think that you can throw back line and get enough curl around it. After the first super hard shot. And I don't think we've seen it do that. All right. So if you think it's worth it, you think it's hard shot. I just don't know. All right. You're throwing the same basic shot that you threw the last shot.
So it sounds as though their coach, Brian Dauernheim, likes to draw for 1. Certainly, if you needed it, the shot 4-2 is there. It's fully buried, but the way these rocks are finishing, he could probably move it far enough to score 2.
I knew that was a chance, but I didn't want to play that.
Yeah, I think he was still leaving it up to Evan a little bit. He was saying,
I mean, I didn't mean for that.
if you feel confident about the way it's going to move here with back line, then by all means go for it. But
420.
he's saying that if you keep the score close, take your 1 here, then you got a good chance of winning this game.
Evan! Whoa!
Sweeper's right off this one.
12! Evan!
No. Now will carve it enough to get a little piece of the red. It's really carving over.
Okay, you're good.
Almost did. But that will be a score of 1 for Brenden. They'll take a 3-2 lead into the 7th end. And we'll be right back.
Sorry, I set that one
More
out.
action after this.
No, we did.
Let's say you're in high school and there's a sport you like. But sometimes you think, it might be cool to try a new sport. Let's say you're in high school and there's a sport you like. But sometimes you think, it might.
Just because you're not a professional athlete doesn't mean that you should accept less. The beauty about what Thorne does is our product quality is the same whether they're in the athletic line or whether they're just for the everyday person. Thorne has kept true to never compromising on quality, never compromising on efficacy, never compromising on safety for not only athletes but for everyone who would use their products.
Brenden over Carlson. First draw action at the 2023 USA Curling Junior National Championships here at Broomstones. Broomstones Curling Club in Wayland, Massachusetts.
Really good.
Brenden asked for Ponzio to put up the center line guard. Tight.
Really good.
It is. And Carlson will elect to go around that with his leads first. This is William Mountfield.
No.
Try the out-turn draw.
I did not.
So Brenden has now scored in the 4th, 5th, and 6th ends, singles in each, to claw his way back to a 3-2 lead after getting trailing 2-0 after 2 ends.
Sorry.
Look at the other sheets. I see Wendling up 9-1 over Sinzali. You know, Wendling came into this probably as the favorite, I would say, Ben, and certainly in the first game against a talented Sinzali team, they're showing why they're the favorite in this event.
Yeah, I think that team has probably the most experience out of any of the teams here. They've been here before. They know how to perform at this level. But certainly a lot of teams here that will give them a run for their money throughout the week.
We'll update all the scores in a moment, but
you gotta go hard.
Over on sheet 1, it's the Young Rose team from Denver up 5-2 over Ebert.
Good throw. Good sweep, guys.
And Gensel trailing Grabow. There we go. It's actually 5-2 now versus 3-2.
Like the video.
Grabow just scored 2 in the 5th.
Like,
Brenden lies 1. Partially buried behind his center line, almost center line guard.
Never.
Mountfield tries the in-turn.
I saw a nice hit there from Ponzio on his last, so Carlson electing to try to chase it, but this one's over curling.
Looks like William Mountfield got that one started. And that's going to tap that stone.
Okay, I'll replace. Should I just stop
into
it?
the rings next to the other counter.
Where was it at? Like
no tick zone. Now they could have left that.
It wasn't that much on. I don't think. I think it was like.
You know, a lot of people think you have to just replace it. If they like that, they could have left it.
Is that good?
Might have been the option there. What do you think, Ben?
Yeah, it seemed like they tapped it to a pretty good spot for Brenden, so I would have been tempted just to leave it. But other school of thought is they left one of Carlson's stones up front for them to use for a potential run back later. So I don't mind either call.
Yeah, interesting one though. We've seen you have a bit of a choice to make there.
Yeah, I've noticed.
That's pretty good.
Some teams, they know that it's going to tick the rock. They'll just kick the shooter before it even touches the rock. But I think it's important to let it run its course so that you give the other skip the chance to make that decision whether or not they want to leave it.
Yeah, that's been something we see a lot. Club play with free guard zone rule.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
You know it's going to happen, but it is true. You don't want to really make that happen too much. With you have to be careful with the no tick rule. So with 5 rocks played, Carlson will go to work on the 2 centerline guards, or one just off the center line.
You hit this in the right spot, you might even be able to run
Connor.
the rock through.
Carry into the rings.
Connor.
Yeah.
Connor.
It's close to that, or that.
You losing your voice already?
That's hard to do.
It's always hard to do until you do it yourself. And
You
then
like this or the guard?
Realize it isn't. But
guard.
so that skirts
Do you
through
like
the
the
hole,
guard or this
and
one? The
now
guard or the draw
Brenden
one?
will
Well,
try to guard
coming
here,
from
I
this
think.
side, pro side guard.
I think I like this.
Okay.
Or he's going to play around that
got it.
other guard.
Don't mind this call, just important to not leave Carlson to double after this comes to rest.
More on the last one.
I'd say top 8, half buried around that center guard would be the ideal spot.
Where?
In current draw, they're on it
Where?
early. It looks like it might be short here.
Let's get it over at least.
Brendan's coming out to help.
We can get it. It's so wide.
Always nice to
Okay,
get the
just over
valet
and off.
from the skip, especially later in the game when the sweepers are getting a bit tired.
It's okay.
The valet, I think that's a term
Wow.
coined by your coach, Mark Lazar, when I played with him. He started calling it the valet. I'm excited to hear that it's stuck.
Draw just
Oh yeah, we used that a lot when we played in juniors. So
As for the valet, I'm 100% sure it was
Gosh
think the
darn
draw-
it.
Mark Lazar who's coined that term first.
Yeah.
we just used it all the time, but I never
All right. Probably should
knew
have
it
done
was
this.
Mark
Never
that
knew
came
the
up with
origin of
but
it?
Not
You got it.
surprised, no.
Yeah.
I played 1 year with Lazar, a couple years, I guess, and he would call it. He started calling it the valet. 1 year, I think, when I was skipping, so I would be the one coming up.
Beginning of the season.
Just missing that stone there. Is Darren Hine. Now a real opportunity
I mean,
for
I don't hate the guard
Brenden.
now. Yeah.
Good Christmas tree here. I think he's going to play the straight guard.
Yeah, I would definitely be tempted to come around everything now. I think you have enough guards up there, but school of thought with putting up another guard is it's just more work for Carlson to do to clear it up. So don't mind this call.
No, not the wrong call. Just depends how much pressure you want to apply. You can certainly apply probably a bit more pressure
top 12,
by
maybe top
coming
8.
in and lying to.
All right, freezing.
Top 4.
Freezing.
Yeah.
Okay, it's gotta freeze. It's gotta freeze. If we're already there, off.
Wait.
Okay, push. Actually, push.
Nelson
Push.
watching this stone
Push.
coming in. He might end up with the
push.
Christmas tree.
Yeah, I don't know if
Or
that was
just a
their-
straight come around.
Okay, well. Hey, that's not
I
bad.
think they were trying to do that, but it ends up in a nice spot.
Does seem
It's
like
higher
there's a
than that
double
one, so
there.
double is harder.
Or a hit and roll frozen, which wouldn't be bad for Carlson either.
I didn't give you enough ice anyways, so. Yeah, I didn't give you enough at all.
Yeah, I think they're
And I
just
knew
trying to
it
hit right in the middle of those
right as
two,
you're
make
signing
the
up,
double.
I didn't want to, wasn't gonna adjust it, so.
A couple of different options
I
though.
just didn't ever give you enough.
Carlson third, Ben Peters. Hit and roll to the wing behind the corner guard.
Blooper reel.
I like the guard again.
Now I'd really be tempted to
guard.
bring another one in here, Ben.
All right.
Yeah,
Give you more.
You.
I don't
Lock
mind
one on.
coming in,
Yeah,
and
I
if
like
you're a little
4-1.
light, right in front of it, that's fine too.
The other guard's certainly not the wrong call by any means, but I think I've said this on other webcasts, but
It's all right.
sometimes it's good to show the other team that you can make that freeze
Mine's
right
pretty
on
good.
top of one.
I got the same way.
Yeah, I
There.
think that's a sign of confidence that you can place that rock exactly where you
Always
want
you.
it to be and
Well,
intimidate the other team just a little
yeah,
bit.
it's just kind.
Line looks good
Hard
here for
guy.
this guard, though.
Hard
Now
guy.
can they
Hard
finish
guy.
it just a
Hard
little
guy.
bit?
Hard.
Go, Kyan.
Hard.
Close up that hole. It looks like it's
Hard.
going to be really good.
Really good.
Well done by Nelson.
Go on.
There is no way to
They get
get to
on.
that red rock as of now.
Carlson will look for a double
really like
peel
yellow.
here. Love to get action on everything, get everything moving. Ben Peters might get a little action here like that, and a bit
man.
unlucky.
Just a guard again, right?
Really close to making a great shot there. Unlucky to stuff it right
Here.
behind those two guards. Well, you can see a little piece of it.
Fall.
See about half a stone to a third, I would guess.
Is that how
So
that song goes?
Zach is just going
I
to
fall by Adele.
guard once again.
I haven't listened to Adele in years.
Just a guard.
Guard?
Okay, I'm gonna try to actually throw guard weight, not a top 4 weight.
Got to be precise here, though, if they can ever get a chance
Maybe
to
a
chase
little
that
less
red.
on.
And
Yeah, like a 4.
that rock that they
3,
rolled really
4-3,
nicely
yeah.
behind the
4-2.
corner could come into play.
Oh, my
Yeah, there is an
4-1-5 was
opportunity
in, so
for
I'm gonna
2
try to
still
go
lurking
4-3.
for
Yeah, I like
Carlson.
that.
Brendan, his first shot. Zach Brenden, first shot.
I kicked out
7th
later
end,
than
he's
my
up
4-1-5.
3-2.
4-2-5.
They've stolen
2, 3.
2 ends in a row. Chance here potentially to steal another.
2, 3.
So it's
They make 2
tying
good
if
shots.
you go. Tying.
3.
Whoa.
It's all
Whoa.
you. It's all you.
It's got to
Should
curl.
curl.
Hard.
So you
Whoa,
might want
whoa.
to work it over a
Push.
little bit more.
Push.
Zach Brenden
Whoa.
asking for push. Looks like it's closed it up just
Sweep it.
enough. They haven't really looked at whether they could
sweep him.
maybe get through there.
I don't think you can.
Don't think so either.
Thinking
A little heavy, but
This is where I would be
little
tempted
heavy.
if I was Evan to just
yeah, it's fine.
draw around everything. You know, that red rock that's biting the
Yeah.
forefoot.
Oh, that's true.
It's not top button. You can still get to full forefoot
You
and
hear
sit
that?
one.
That's a swear
And
jar.
at the very least, gives your skip a chance to practice that draw for his last.
Yeah, certainly make a good draw on the first one, and you bring
Keeping it clean.
2 into play right away. He's going to try to open things up though here. Evan Carlson.
Ricky Bobby.
Looks really close.
Close to that.
Wow, great shot.
Great shot. Plays the long
Yeah,
double.
that was the reason I was a little heavy.
Shake and bake, baby.
Now pressure firmly back on Brenden here.
You like here?
Zach Brenden now needs to make a good draw.
Oh, did they hit a double?
They hit a double.
And with those guards being
Little
as
more.
high as they are,
Really cool
even if he
shot.
makes a perfect draw around those 2, it's a good
Yeah,
chance
well,
that
probably a good shot
Evan
when
is
you
still
can
going to be able to chase that and
Okay, just a draw.
get his 2 points.
What, draw?
What do you like for
Ever
weight?
looked at the in-turn with this?
4-1. We can sweep.
Yeah, it certainly might visually look a little bit easier. Maybe they just
What
feel
is
a
it?
little bit more
4-1.
confident about this path.
Well, because Owens in
I
the
think
house was like
probably
a
the
9.
best spot here
Okay,
would be
4-1.
Yeah,
just
4-1.
shot like full 8 foot, which makes that chasing rock that Evan will be throwing on his last make that shot as hard as
4-0.
possible. Whereas if you're a
Should be
little
all
deep,
there.
it gives more room between this rock and the guards.
Top 12.
Zach
Top
Brenden,
8.
this rock
Top
has
8.
some curling to do.
Top 8.
Push.
Starting to
Top
go.
Push.
Sweepers are saying the weight is good, just got to get off this yellow
That yellow
guard.
guard, he doesn't want to tap that yellow guard in,
Oh my.
which he does, and now
Was that
there's
just
a
way
real
wide?
turn of events. Now suddenly, Evan
My first
Carlson
one
has
cut
a free
pretty hard,
draw
though.
for 3, just needs to hit the paint.
Ah,
Yeah,
So
what
that
a-
turned quickly, Ben.
Yeah, what a
That'd have been like
momentum
T.
swing. It's crazy how quickly
like
things can
pretty
change.
Weight was pretty good.
All it took was that one great shot from Evan on
Weight
his
was
first, and
perfect.
put the
was
pressure on
perfect.
Zach, and all of a sudden a draw for
my
3.
first one, we had
Evan
middle
Carlson,
though.
last shot, draw for 3. He's trailing by
Or middle
1.
12, I mean.
Makes this, he goes up by 2, playing the 8th end.
Shoot. I guess we should have played less.
He can come to his own yellow and
Sorry.
still be in the rings.
This is gonna sit outside.
Sweepers haven't laid a brush to it, but I think they're going to get a little chisel off that yellow.
My
Now
bad.
we'll find out if that's right. I think so. So there it is, counted up 3 for Evan Carlson in the 7th
bad.
end. That
Give
puts
my dice.
Carlson up 5-3, playing the
Weight would've
8th.
been
We'll
really
be
good.
right back
Yeah, weight
after
was
this
really
break.
nice.
Darn it.
The everyday person may not aspire to be a professional athlete or an Olympic athlete. You may just want to be the best person you can be. You just may want to sleep better. You may want to feel better. Thorne has many products that can support all of those things. So it's not just about performing or running faster or jumping higher. It's those little things that go into having a higher quality of life.
Eighth end action, back and forth game between Evan Carlson and Zach Brenden at the 2023 USA Curling Junior Nationals. 5-2, 5-3, Carlson ahead. Saw that promotion from our friends at Floor Curl. USA Curling member clubs are entitled to a 20% discount on any Floor Curl inflatable rink set. I know it said the date was passed, but it's still available. These rinks they're a lot easier. If you ever know the old street curling setup, these rinks are a lot easier to inflate or deflate. Great way to promote your club at summer festivals, events, or anywhere you have a flat surface. Visit usacurling.floorcurl.com and use the promo code FC Inflatable 20. FC Inflatable 20 will get you that discount. This is Kyan Ponzio. His first stone of the eighth end after Carlson lead William Mountfield slipped to the back with his first. Apologies for these yawns occasionally, Ben, but late arrival and early morning this morning, so.
That's all right. I think you and I both got up pretty early this morning.
Yeah,
so
we both did.
I'm on my third cup of coffee, and I'm still struggling.
So that will be a miss for Mountfield. He's out-turn hit over curls. Now Brenden will play corner guard here, guard his stone in the back of the 8-foot.
Yeah, if Team Brenden can get a deuce in this end, and then they'll be looking to force Carlson in the 9th and take 2 again, they could have a very, very good chance of winning this game. So I like the corner guard call. Go hard for that deuce.
Looks like they're going to bring it into the 12-foot. Does mean now that Evan Carlson can ask his second, Evan Dauernheim, to make a hit on this.
Yeah, I would have liked that to be just out of the ring so that they can't roll on to the rings with this shot or even make the potential double.
On it and off it now. Looks to be over curling. Doesn't jam. Chisels out the other Yellowstone. See if Brenden will guard again, although also in the top 12. Of course, now we're past the 5-rock rule, so there's scores up in the other sheets. Rose over Hebert, 5-2. Our game, Carlson over Brenden, 5-3. Wendling over Chinzali, that was in 6 ends. They won 9-2. Grabo up over Mason Gensel. He's up 5-3. They are just in the 8th end right now over there, and we can probably give you an update shortly on what happens on that sheet. Corner guard doesn't protect that stone, but is a guard they can use later. Team Brenden.
Yeah, now if you're Team Carlson, you want to make sure that you stick around with these hits so that
Team Brenden can't draw around that corner and use it. Take advantage of the slight miss there.
This rock's curling hard. It's by the guard, but it might. Oh, the old. Wow. What should you do after that shot, Ben?
I think that's where you
Right here.
should probably apologize.
I'm a big believer in the apology on those. Nothing wrong with it. You take it. It's all good.
Yeah.
But quick apology is always a sign of a knowledgeable, classy curler. So they chisel off, get the one in the back. Now Brenden will try this come around.
Line's a little tight. Where?
Yeah, I like that
Where?
they're drawing
Straight.
here. You could hit the back one.
Where?
but Looks like you can
Where?
draw back here and be shot.
Where?
So take advantage of that opportunity.
Hey, hard then.
And trailing by 2.
Push.
Here in
Push
the
if you
8th.
go. Hard push. Hard.
Strategy
Hard.
here.
Hard. Just Owen.
Take at least
Just
2
Owen,
in
just
this
Owen.
end. Force and 9.
Hard. You're moving it really good. Hard. Hard. Hard.
Great
Team
shot.
Brenden.
Really good sweeping, guys.
Well done.
Good
Nice
throw.
come around there.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Yeah, I tried speaking up.
Michelle Olmanson.
That was a beauty. We were ahead by 3 minutes on the last end, so. Okay. Did we hit
Carlson's
this
going
one?
to Peel.
Oh, neither.
Hard.
Does
mean,
roll.
Owen.
But leaves a
I
corner
don't
guard on
hit
the other
this.
side that Zach Brenden is going to utilize now.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah, unfortunate spot
You
to
got
roll
it.
to. You either want to roll all the way out or even to a center guard.
All right.
This
Well,
gives
let's
a
wait.
chance for Team Brenden to split the rings and be under a corner guard. It's a big opportunity here.
Little tight.
Where?
Where?
Wait. Maybe a bit up.
Looks heavy.
Back, forward.
Oh,
Team back, forward. Can't touch, can't touch, can't touch.
it's through. Sit.
Going to stick
I got a
around.
13-6.
And it won't. That will slip through. Now Carlson has a free pass to
Needs
hit the
that one.
open stone.
I mean, lighter
No
was better.
hesitation here. Just hit the stone, sit 2, and if you can get a force, that would be a great
Because even if it's not in and it's
Deep
close, we can try a tick or something. So heavy is not great. It's okay. Make the next one.
Bit of curling here to do for this rock, but should have at least a quarter.
Fine.
Won't lie 2 though, and does give Brenden an opportunity to draw around.
Right here.
Another chance here for Owen to retry this draw, make a good one.
Owen Nelson, a little heavy on his first. We'll see how he adjusts.
Do you see the wind and
Where?
Better,
Where?
waist better.
Where?
Keep.
Straight if you go. Oh, line's pretty good.
Concerned about line early
Straight,
now.
straight.
Line looks pretty good now. Can
Hard.
they get it there though?
Hard, it's got to be here, guys.
Really working this hard.
Okay, off, you're
Bit of
fine.
an over adjustment there from Owen.
That will come up a hair short, and now Evan Carlson has an opportunity to really put the pressure on for a force.
Choosing to come under that stagger, which I like.
I think we just take one here.
Could split
we
the
just take
rings
one,
here,
yeah.
but
Regardless.
still could give Brenden a chance to come
We
around.
if I get the skip deuce, that's fine.
Might as
but
well beat them
for
there
sure one for
first.
one.
Just
For
got to be
sure one
careful
for
if you
one,
ever slip
rather
a
than
little
blanket
deep.
the options there.
Yeah, fourth.
So.
Give them some backing to freeze too. Skips deuce would still be in
Wow.
play.
We've been playing better
Good
without
size
him
here for
recently
this
too.
draw.
I just screwed up the 7th end.
I screwed up this time.
Carlson, his first shot, 8-10. He's
get
got a
some
2-point
7.
lead.
Yeah, that's you.
This rock might be curling early here. Might have got this started on a little soft release. Top it just ended for a biter.
I just died.
I think the weight on that was really nice, just a little tight right after the release.
Ooh, I don't really have much of this,
A
probably.
little tight and
I think
not
we
much
just throw this.
rotation, so it curled and took all the weight
And I mean,
off.
if we wreck here and go to
You
there,
see those draws. And
as
those
long as
hits
that
off
stays
the
in, that's
center line
fine.
Tend to curl a little bit extra. So not a good combination there.
Brenden has an opportunity. He's lying second shot.
It looks like they're drawing.
Our
here.
red
They
is in.
could
The
try
top
to
red's
chase
in.
that back yellow and
Top
sit
one's
there
in?
too.
Yeah.
But I like this call. It's a bit
Good
aggressive.
draw, though.
Try to
Good
draw, sit the one, and then
I don't know.
if you ever get a miss on Carlson's last, then you might have an outside chance
Really?
of 3.
I still think I need to throw a 4-1.
I'd like to get this fully buried so that he does have a shot at that yellow stone on his last, potentially.
I would say it.
I got 4-0.
Okay, straight if you
Always
go.
have that back
Straight.
yellow as an
Straight.
option if you're
Straight.
a little heavy and you need back.
Straight. Where? Straight.
Line looks pretty good here. Might want to really bury it. Leave
Curl.
Almost over bury it so you still have a shot at that yellow. Good shot. It's behind the tee line, but it does force Carlson to make something pretty good here.
Yeah, really nice to get that fully buried. Does leave the freeze here for Evan, but
Okay. They said you threw a 90.
very precise shot that he needs to make here.
On your last one. I'm like, I don't think so, because I'm like, I need to throw a 4-1, and I'm like, I threw a 407.
4-1 touchdown.
and it's pretty much tee, so.
I've seen multiple rocks down this path though, so I would imagine
4-4 is probably. No, 4-2.
sweepers and
You know,
Evan will have a good idea of what to throw for this
Or if I
shot.
can just draw for 2 rather than make that for 2.
Line's good.
If I can make it for 3, then yeah, but.
Evan.
Sweepers are not touching this one yet.
William.
Trying to curl it now so they can get as close to nose of that red as possible. That works.
Nose for
That
2.
works well. Not sure if they were trying to call the
8-5.
tap through the house,
Like
but they do
8-5?
manage to sit 2.
There's a sit 2, and the only option for Brenden to score 2 is to make a pretty tough double. Guess it's available, actually.
Yeah, pretty makeable. Just hit it on the nose and you for sure get your 1, but if you're right on the beak, then you get that double and get your 2. So you almost want to play this like you're playing the shot for 1. Just right on the nose, and then you'll make that double in the back and get your 2.
No, they might have. They've got it buried, but not deep enough.
Brenden, last shot, 8-10, looking for a double to score 2. Tie things up here. It's close. It's really close. Oh, by a fraction. So that'll be 1 for Brenden. Make the score 5-4 after 8 ends. We'll head to the 9th end in just a moment.
Good try.
Twin Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
Oh, only if you can.
We're back, eighth end action here at the ninth end action at the 2023 USA Curling Junior
He just
Nationals.
slid, really wide.
Brenden
Maybe it was
versus
good,
Carlson,
you were
5-4
wide.
score in favor of Carlson.
No, you just slid wide.
Zach Brenden just missed that double for 2 by the slimmest of margins, Ben.
Yeah, they were trying to hold that the whole way, just missed it by a millimeter. So close to making that.
So after the center line guard is off the center line a bit, it looks as though Mountfield will come up short and over curl a bit. Giving Brenden an opportunity to put in.
It's like drawing here.
Could draw. He could also put up another center line guard, but he's going to go in now into the rings.
Yeah, I'd be tempted to throw just one more center guard. Maybe wait until later in the end to come around. But
Mine's
maybe
good.
Brenden is thinking they just want to go hard for the force this
4
end.
foot.
and Go hard
Where?
for the 3 in the last.
Hard. Hard.
Kind
Gotta
Ponzio.
go. Yeah. Hard, gotta go.
Looks like this rock will come up short. They might bounce and get the center line guard we were discussing.
Okay, that's
Sort
fine.
of do.
Okay, good success. I got another shot.
Not a bad miss there.
A little closer to the center line. Carlson will go around that stone.
I'll try and give you a touch more.
Evan! Evan! Evan!
Outfield second, also curling hard and coming up a little light.
Wonder if this
Right
is
here.
the time in the game where we start to see the ice slow down a bit. Usually around the 7th,
I
8th,
gave
and
that
9th
more.
ends, you'll see the ice slow down and get a little bit more fudgy, especially around the slide path. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's what's happening here.
Ice gets a little flatter. Rocks start to curl earlier.
Mine's okay.
Things to moan about.
It's got a curl. Looks all there. It's only curl. It's only curl. It's only curl.
They're over curling as well.
15-3.
Still needs to give it more angle.
Weight looks nice on this one, just
Wait,
trying to curl it at the very end.
Carve it over. It is working its way over.
Good shot. Good sweep.
Just a little
Some
wide.
of it buried.
That's okay though.
Some of buried, and Carlson is going to ask for a peel.
Yeah, I like this call. You're up 1 width in the 9th. Don't want this
really
many
bad.
guards
That
in
was
play.
really
Keep
bad.
it open. If you can get a blank in this end, that would be fantastic.
That's funny. Yeah, that's all right.
Hill.
Dauernheim throwing the outturn peel. It's a little unlucky. Hits it thin, nudges in another Brenden stone into the rings.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
You just
Now
like the guard?
The force is really looking good for Team Brenden.
You like that?
So they may even start to think about a steal.
Yeah, this is where they got to start thinking about whether they would rather steal or force. Both results are pretty good, but especially now with that no tick zone.
Mine's good.
Stealing 1 in the 9th to tie it
Just
up.
a guard.
It's better than it used to be because now the
It's
steal in
Ryan's,
that 10th end
Owens
is,
Rock, I mean,
more
Owens Rock.
likely. Put those 2 center
oh,
guards,
looks all
you can't
there.
tick them.
It's never yours, kind.
You're seeing more teams
Whoa,
opt to
whoa,
go hard for
over
that
off.
steal,
Over
rather than
off.
just being satisfied with the force.
It would seem to make sense.
I thought you hit Broom. It's just. It's okay. That's my bad.
It's likely if you get the force and trail by 2 going into 10, you get 2, then you have to steal the extra anyways.
Right.
So either way, you have
Oh, I
to
thought you
steal.
There's stealing involved, no matter what you do at this point.
Yeah, it's
Just
got more.
depends if your team is comfortable in your likelihood of getting 3 points. Especially if there's a lot of 3 in the scoreboards, then might be satisfied with the force, but no 3s in this game.
Three-under is tough. I should have been more conservative and gave us more room.
Actually, I take that back. There was a 3 in the 7th end, but that was Team
if I
Carlson, not
missed
Team
it, I
Brenden.
did that. You got it on.
This rock's curling early.
Good.
Might actually end up nudging his own in like he did the last one. The other,
St. Paul rock?
no, not enough.
Yeah, like the St. Paul rock.
Things are starting to get messy for Team Carlson.
Wayne,
I think you just blocked this, right?
one of them's got to be Johnson. One of them's got to be Johnson.
Brenden going to guard. Looks to play the guard here. Is starting to get difficult for Carlson.
Yeah, I want to make sure you at least leave Evan a shot on his last to score that point.
I told him to go.
Mine's pretty good.
Oh!
It's gonna be it's gonna be chill. It's gonna be chill. Oh, where? Where? Oh. Oh. Oh, looks like it's a 3.
Half tucking
Whoa,
this
whoa,
wouldn't be
whoa,
too bad.
Just let it sit.
Looks like it'll end up in a good spot.
Park.
Dead guarding
Good
that
judge,
red,
guys.
maybe showing just a little piece, tempting Team Carlson to chase
work.
it potentially, but no, looks
You
like
just
he's
sit a
going to
little
play
tight.
the peel.
Yeah.
For
it's
appeal
still
again.
good.
Would love to again get some action in the rocks and
I
the
like where
rings.
we're
That
at.
did happen 2 ends ago.
Yep. I like where
Yeah,
we're
I
at.
think we saw in that 7th end, Evan made that fantastic run double on his first to open up the chance of scoring 2 or 3.
Yeah.
This
Would
is
love
Peters with his first.
Love a shot like that just a little bit earlier here.
All right.
Playing with the intern.
I think we're good on time now.
This is curling quite a bit.
Curling is going to play it the Brooklyn way, as we sometimes call it.
Wow.
Just get a lot of action on everything.
Touches every rock in the house.
It leaves Brenden lying 1. Just 1 after that.
You got all 3 of them moving.
Wow, what a fantastic shot.
Right here. Send them.
Gets rid of that problem rock in the 4-foot. Still leaves this draw, but definitely looking a lot better than it was before. Open up that whole right side of the sheet for a draw later.
Where?
Same way.
Well, we want it in.
Nelson.
Chell's rock. Hard. Where? Straight.
Line looks really nice on this one. Sweeper's just trying to get it as deep as possible.
Hard.
Olmsson head down, trying to get this one as far as he can.
Push now.
It's going to come
Okay,
up
good
just into the 12-foot.
Throw. Good sweep, guys.
Carlson will take this on again. Another, he'll ask,
They said same, but it was probably same. It
Peters.
just ran on the same path.
trying to run this back.
Yeah, I mean that's.
He can recreate some of that action on his first
Yeah, I would have
rock.
liked it deeper a little bit, but that's fine.
Nice to get that
Yeah, his
top
last shot
12
was
stone
good.
as well
Got all
with this
3
peel.
moving.
Rolling it, this looks close.
Stuffs
I
it.
think I just draw again.
Actually overcurled that just a little bit.
Well, Brenden with another opportunity to
Right here.
bury one behind here.
Yeah, this might be another one of those scenarios where
How
it's
about you?
probably a little too late at this point
Just
for
draw.
Team Carlson to bail anymore, so we might see him try to draw on his first to get that practice in, so he can make that draw on his last, but of course depends on where Zach puts his first one here.
Okay.
I like a
Little less.
I like a 405.
Little less on. Yeah.
So
405. All right. We're still sitting
Love
two.
to get
so.
this dead buried full forefoot, even a piece of the button.
A-back.
Close. It's all you guys. Straight, straight if you go. Straight if you go. Straight if you go.
Can't touch. Can't touch back and forth.
Sweepers are not touching this. Line looks like it would have been good, just a little heavy for Zach.
Hard, Evan.
Is he going to stick around? It
Thought it was
slips
a
through at the
4-0.
back.
Bit of a
Yeah,
missed
but
opportunity
so
there.
it's
Now
fine.
Evan can
Throw here.
draw on his first one, and if he
Throw here.
places
Get
it, he
something
can
in.
get a
Make them hit.
chance
were
at a
both-
skip's deuce here.
Nine got a 4-0. Chell got an 8-6. I'll
But
say it
still
was a
has to be
9-3
careful.
Or whatever. 9-3. So yeah, it's.
They judged it good enough.
I mean, they judged for what they had. They didn't touch it, so I can't get too mad.
Looking at like flat.
Just, okay, it's not slowing down. It's not hitting the brakes.
What?
So I just hit that too hard. That would have been a good shot to make. Kind of needed that. Yo, honestly, that class.
Carlson playing the intern draw.
5-12.
Brenden lying two.
Felt like on my way down.
5-12.
And I was like, what the heck?
Sweeper saying this is heavy. A little tight as
Heavy
well.
and tight. Which means he's going to wreck, but roll in. Question is, where will he roll to? He looks like he's going to roll for a shot.
He knows it, honestly. If we
So
knows
that
it.
will force Brenden to make a play on that
So
stone.
I like nose. Make him throw the draw.
Yeah, at the very least with that
If we
one,
do
if
accidentally roll
Zach
behind,
noses
that's
this,
fine.
then only have to hit a piece of the 8-foot for your one. So Team Brenden will try hard for the roll here to shrink
Just
that
nose.
scoring area as much as possible. Team Carlson's last.
Just nose. Because then he has to draw against 3 or just hit ours out and give us 1.
Get the fact reach.
Zach Brenden, his last shot of the ninth end, looking to hit and stick like 3.
Yes, we're good. Good point.
Control
Nice
315.
clean.
Normal.
Yep, yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Sweepers
Whoa.
off and on.
Yep,
Needs it
yep.
to be close.
whoa.
Get a big
Whoa.
roll. Little nose. Pretty good spot.
Yeah,
Good
that's
suit, guys.
fine. Definitely puts a lot
There
of
we go.
pressure on Evan on this shot. Sitting 3.
I think we.
Well, he gets 3.
This is a good end. We played
Good
really
news
good.
for Evan
I
though. He
think
just
we-
threw this shot, so
I think we have to hit the
have a
red
good
one in the
idea
12 foot and roll
what
under.
speed is like and the adjustment he
Guess I
needs
could
to
always
make.
red him. That was the shot.
Just threw the shot, and he just needs to touch the 8-foot.
Yeah.
Well, it is. Don't say that.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know if our other one. So. Yeah.
Jinx it.
All right. Well, played a good end.
We'll knock on wood or something.
Last shot, ninth end, facing 3. Evan Carlson needs to touch the 8-foot. Score 1 and take a 2-point lead into the ninth end. Rock on the way.
Hard.
Looked like he may have softed that just a little bit, so they're going hard for line right away.
This could be trouble.
Now they're trying to curl it to maybe get through this hole. Can
Lot
they get it
going
there
on
for
here.
weight?
No, it looks as though that'll be a steal of 3 for Zach Brenden. So Brenden with a big steal of 3 here in the ninth end. Make the score 7-5 Brenden over Carlson as
we're up
we
to
head
last.
to the 10th and
Okay.
possibly final end.
End, guys. Really good end. Really good end.
The everyday person may not aspire to be a professional athlete or an Olympic athlete. You may just want to be the best person you can be. You just may want to sleep better. You may want to feel better. Thorne has many products that can support all of those things. So it's not just about performing or running faster or jumping higher. It's those little things that go into having a higher quality of life.
We're back. Carlson, Brenden.
Where?
10th end. Big steal 3 and 9 for Brenden. He takes a 7-5 lead without hammer into the 10th
pretty
end.
good. Oh, don't touch. Don't touch.
Looking to put this one in the top 4.
14-5. Shell. Good throw. Good judge, guys. Hey, did I put my gator on the left or right side of Kyan's water bottle? Okay, I think I put mine on the right. I don't know. Might be drinking your Gatorade.
Still a tricky situation for Team Brenden. Now with that 5-rock rule, being up 2 without is not as safe as it used to be.
Live rock rule, no tick zone. Well, that doesn't really matter, but
Right there.
A lot of
in this
rules.
scenario,
Yeah, a lot of rules being implemented to favor the team that's behind.
Just grab that for you.
well, one of the things that's discussed a lot is just at the elite levels, the
That's
probability
good.
of the winning
That's
team,
good.
particularly in elite
Get it out.
level men's
9-5.
play, last rock, it's
You got it.
Good old takeout.
90% in a lot of scenarios.
Yeah, when you play at that level, the stats definitely play a big part in your decision making.
Yep. Yes. Hard.
Ponzio playing the hit. That's curling early. Can they hold it? Hold it for a piece.
Hard.
Good
Oh,
sweep.
Good sweeping.
Just held it enough.
That'll work. 5.
But now with that 5-rock rule, still have another chance to throw a corner without it being legal to peel it.
This is Evan Carlson. He'll ask his lead, William Mountfield, to put up another corner guard.
Sweeper's going on this one, so slightly less than the previous shot. Hard to get it over.
Really got to go.
Let's go.
Looks like it will not
over
be
yet?
over.
Yeah.
Carlson takes that away. So problems for Carlson as he and his teammates
Right
try
here.
to
Cross side is heavy.
score 2 here to
guard.
tie the game.
Actually,
Yeah,
I don't
tough
like
start
it
to the
there.
end. That deuce is going to be hard to manufacture now.
What do you like? You ever just like here?
So after some discussion, they've
Cross side is
elected to
up.
stack them here.
All right.
I like this decision to throw it in the house.
Where?
Any type of guard
Where?
is going to only favor Team Carlson in this situation.
Above the house, or I mean above the tee, above tee.
Kjell Olmanson.
Got a curl. It's above. Got a curl. Got a curl. Hard curl. Hard.
I'll make sure
Hard.
this is in the rings.
Hard curl. Hard. Straight.
Good sweep.
Pretty good.
there.
Really good sweep.
Well done. Good
Hey.
team shot.
Really good.
Really well swept to get it that far.
That was a weird one to call. I didn't know what to do. I almost called timeout, honestly.
Carlson's going to
We could've
hit
thrown through and been
these.
fine. So like,
Some
there was options.
might choose to.
When I called behind the house, I'm like,
Could even
oh,
go around
don't do
those
that
right
because
now,
then they just
actually.
sit. And that's not good.
Yeah, any rocks in play now
was
are
thinking that
going
too.
to favor you when
There's
you're
a
in
bunch
this
of options.
position.
Made it good.
Only scenario I see here working in Team Carlson's favor would be if you could somehow hit the right side and maybe stay frozen on that top red, make it difficult for Team Brenden to remove it.
Which is may happen here. Yes, there you have it.
There you go.
Almost as you drew it up, Ben Richardson. Brenden will try to rip that one out of here. Definitely made a little more difficult by how that rock reacted after hitting that stone.
Yeah, now they got to be precise here with this hit. They'd even be happy if they throw enough weight to just kill that back red as well. Just get rid of every stone in play. At this point, if you're Team Brenden, you're just trying to keep everything completely open.
Straight.
On it early to carve it. Now for line, hoping it doesn't overcurl.
Hard. Beautiful.
They did leave theirs, but
Good shot, Chow.
peeled out
Good
the
sweeping.
Carlson stone.
Yeah, main priority is get rid of the yellow. Bonus would be to get that back red as well, but you also would not want to flirt with jamming it and keeping it in play somewhere.
But even if you're
Good shot there. Really well
Carlson
managed.
is choosing to hit here.
All right, make your next shot. You got it.
Yeah, with this call, it's basically banking on the other team to miss a shot,
So no need to rush.
which you usually don't want to have to rely on the other team to miss to win the game. Try to manufacture the best
Truck's
result.
curling hard. That's going to go by. Unfortunately for
I
Dauernheim.
think I just like it. Do you ever like a timeout?
See a lot of people watching behind
Do
the
you ever
glass.
like a
It's cool to
timeout?
see such a big crowd here supporting the teams.
Yeah, we expect good support, good fan turnout all week here. The Broomstones Club has done a great job promoting the event. Event chair Dick Dawson, Jen Shumakov.
What if we hit our zone, peel ours out? That might be the call because all they have right now is the freeze. Roger, do we just peel ours out?
Let's listen in as their coach discusses
they're
the
only-
possibilities. Roger Smith.
I think if we draw the other side, they're just gonna freeze, peel ours out. They have to. I like the peel. Yeah, I like the peel out. Yeah, I like that. And even if you miss, there's no shame in missing because it's our shot. So peel it out. Yeah, I like that. I just got thinking about it. I'm like, that's their only way out right now is this shot.
Really like this call. Great discussion there
Owen,
from
you like
Zach
firm?
saying that this rock here in play is the only saving hope for Team Carlson. So just get rid of it. Just peel it out.
Owen, you like
Even
firm?
saying that
Yeah.
no shame in missing this because you're hitting your own out.
Tried to give his teammates some extra, help them relax a bit here, but yeah. It's not a peel of shame.
Yeah, definitely a unique scenario here, but I think they've come across the correct call.
Yep.
This is Owen Nelson trying to peel out his own stone in the rings.
Off.
Looks like he's gonna nose.
Gosh, I meant push, but I couldn't think of the word. Wait, I couldn't think. Okay, you
Zach
stood tight.
Brenden saying he
That's
meant push, but couldn't think of the word for a moment.
Just a little tight. I meant to say push, but I couldn't think of the word push.
So, Carlson's team is going to come down and talk about this. Here comes their third, Ben Peters. I think he's realizing that if they simply exchange hits, they don't win the game.
Yeah, with Team Brenden nosing that rock and it being a little bit higher, if you were ever to draw around it, it's now a little bit easier. So if I was Team Carlson, I would be tempted to play that and don't really even need to sit for shot. Just basically treat that like a guard. Draw around it, make Team Brenden throw a hard shot.
And certainly draw around, and the way the rocks are, the way this this ice is curling. You can draw around. Don't have to be shot as long as you're buried behind it. Could also freeze on it, which is, I think, maybe what they decided to do. And neither one has to be shot at this moment.
Dang.
Go Rose.
I think the PO was his call. For sure. Yeah, it just came tight. Yeah. Miles throwing beamers. Wait, I'm confused. I thought the clock was there, but then it like goes to 0. Oh shoot, it's below it. The digital clock. What's the
Ben
0?
Peters.
What's the 0 mean? Okay.
His first stone of the 10th end.
The clock, and then I keep finding it.
Sweeper saying this is heavy, so I think they're hoping they can get a piece of the red now so they stick around.
Definitely have a piece of the red at this point. So they will. Zach Brenden wisely working hard to get his own stone out.
Yeah, very heads up sweep there. Zach.
Firm.
Sorry, guys.
I missed what he called here, but I think you would want to peel this out as well. No point in leaving your shooter around. But of course, main priority is
Make the rock go away.
Yep.
Push, 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 push.
Zach remembering the word this time for push.
Okay.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Jesus, kind. What are you doing?
Great recovery from Poncio there.
Quite a recovery. It was a
I've never seen
Ziegfeld
that.
Follies there for a moment or something.
Maybe the longest fall I've
that's
ever
movie
seen in
type
a
stuff.
curling game.
Longest fall that didn't result in a fall.
Yeah.
It was a lot of action and stayed upright.
Myself right there.
That's when I wish we had an instant replay.
Yeah, that slow-mo on that would be great.
That's
like
next
that
year
was
on Curling Stadium. We'll have the instant slow-mo replay. Let's break that down. So I think Zach Carlson or Evan Carlson is asking Ben Peters to freeze here, I think. Or push it back. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah,
Doesn't look like enough ice for a come around.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad result if they could push it to back 4 and sit right in front of it. Then even if Team Brenden peels it out, they have a rock to freeze to.
A better one to freeze to.
But it hasn't felt longer. Like last year, I felt like it was way longer.
I think that's Zach Brenden discussing what 10 ends feels like in the background there.
Can be a bit of a shock, especially that first game.
Okay, just peel out.
All right, so now Brenden will just try to peel this one out. Makes this successfully. He would only have to make contact with his last to win the game.
Yeah, I just don't want to jam and then have that one to be
Yeah, he was eyeing up that rock on the right.
I don't think
You
we will,
could
though.
Maybe put one in
Just
front
peel
of
it
that,
out.
like just biting the side of the 12-foot.
Hey, really good end,
Team
guys.
Carlson and make the hit a little bit trickier, but I don't think I would be too worried if I was Zach about that. Just get rid of the problem rock, which, funny enough, is your own rock.
Like 7.
Might be one reason, though, to play this with the out turn to make sure you don't stuff that rock and leave it closer. Oh, little wobble there from a player who's been pretty solid all game.
2 good recoveries from players on Team Brendan's team.
Team recovery right now.
Yeah.
I slipped on my slide there.
Good shot, though.
Yeah, threw it pretty well.
That was a slip and slide.
Slip and slide. So Zach Brenden describes it.
I gave it a push because I slipped.
That's shot making, Ben. I like to hear juniors talk about shot making. You don't always slide perfectly. Said he slid, so he pushed it.
Yeah, I
Doesn't
realized
matter
that
how
now.
good you look doing it. Just
Of course, you seem to be a guy who slides pretty much perfect all the time, but someone like me, I have pure artistry at times.
I've been known to be an artist from time to time.
Okay.
Sometimes if you slide wide when you're throwing it hard, you just have to throw it at it. Try to make it go away.
Just do whatever you can to
God, that would be so stupid.
Get the rock at the broom in some way.
For what?
So Team Carlson deciding to draw to the other side. Gotta get this one in the rings.
Pretty vigorous sweep call here from
I'm just gonna hit it out.
Peters. They want this one in to at least force Brenden to have to make a shot. Looks like this might come up short. You're talking about whether they take it on. You could just leave that. I think that looks like pretty much an impossible
I don't
split.
even need to roll out, so give me even a little less.
I think if I was Team Brenden, I would just be tempted to just throw in the rings anywhere.
Yep.
Just gotta hit it out, guys.
Like Evan
What you
did.
wouldn't want to do here is just tickle it.
Yeah, I think that's Team Carlson's only hope is if you either jam this
Yeah,
on
really
the
come another way. I like
back
another
of
way.
it or just
Yeah,
tickle it
I
and
feel more
somehow get it in the
comfortable that way.
rings.
I think switching the out turn was a good move here, though.
Yeah,
At least then if,
jam out
if
of
you
the way.
tickle it, you're not going to tickle it into the rings.
Yeah.
Roger Smith, coach, probably hoping they made your call, but
Oh, you're good, you're good, you're good.
It's like
You're
a good
good.
throw there.
yep, handled. Should be handshakes here. That make the final score 7-5. Brenden over
Good game.
Carlson, opening game at the 2023 USA Curling Junior Nationals. We'll be back tonight with more action, 7:30. Opening ceremonies are here tonight in about 20 minutes. So thanks for joining us, and hope you'll come back and watch more of the action from the
Good luck.
Junior National Championships at Broomstones.
Good game. Good luck. Whose sweatshirt's down there? I'll grab it.